is a great day to be a Colts fan, might I add. It's a great day to be an NFL fan because the trade deadline was actually pretty fun. It's a great day to be a Dynasty fantasy football player, but it is a great day to be a Colts fan. The Colts made a big move. How about that?
First time in
ever
literally ever.
No,
we never do
know
this.
what this is. You know what this is very familiar. You know what this feels like to me.
What?
This feels like the Trent Richardson trade.
That's what. Okay, that's what I thought.
It feels like the Trent
Richardson.
Richardson
That's so funny.
trade.
You know, the first thought I had was,
yeah,
Jamal Adams and Trent Richardson. Here's the difference. Trent Richardson actually sucked before, and
well, you know, Trent. So here's
Jamal Adams was a strong safety, and that's like the least important position in the entire NFL.
So backstory though, like Trent Richardson was so back in the day, I actually was an Alabama football fan. I know I didn't. It was a long time ago when I was a baby kid.
I'm just gonna act like he didn't say that.
Yep. So I'm not anymore. Obviously,
Yep.
SEC bias. I hate the SEC, but I loved Trent Richardson when he was in college, and so when he was on the Browns, he was like one of my favorite players in the NFL. And so when the Colts traded for him, it was like one of the best days of my.
I remember it was
fandom.
a huge. It was a huge headline.
And then they saw it. So, So this feels better though.
It feels better because we want it to feel better.
Yeah,
and
true. We was grasping for hope.
It is Sauce Gardner, and literally everyone was like, "What? He was on the market? That would have been nice to know."
So
apparently they were in talks for weeks.
That's what Shefty said.
Multiple weeks.
That was what Shefty said. So,
yeah.
In honor of, if you want to go full screen, in honor of our favorite team trading for
actually making a move, and actually going like balls to the wall and trying to win. When have we ever actually tried to win? Never.
And are we going to win? No.
Probably not.
We're not
but at
win.
least we tried.
But we have hope today.
At least we tried.
So we're going to set off the confetti. Woo! Because today's a good day to be a Colts fan.
Did mine like go?
Didn't you hear it? It went
boom. Yeah, I know. But did confetti actually come out?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
You didn't see it all?
Well, I thought that was yours.
Well.
Hey, it's okay.
It's good to see you guys. And we are going to start by updating our Dynasty rankings. In fact, I wasn't on this stream last week because I had the stomach flu, which sucked, by the way. I would not recommend getting the stomach flu. But I haven't updated my rankings.
Okay, will you look at how adorable that is? You and I literally placed the confetti things perfectly symmetrical, same spot.
We're vibing tonight.
Yeah.
So I haven't updated my rankings.
That's what happens when you get the best corner in the NFL.
It's true. Everything's going right for us until tomorrow.
Until it doesn't.
Yeah. So I actually want to start at the QB position because wow, what happened to the main camera?
Hello, glitch.
Very weird.
Dude, that scared me.
Sorry, Scott's on the case.
I was like, am I really doing that?
No. So if we could pull this one up first, Scott, I want to talk about Drake May. Because
Draketh.
I have officially, as of 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, November 4th, 2025, I have officially moved Drake May to my quarterback 1 in Dynasty Fantasy Football.
Nice.
He is my quarterback 1.
Good for you.
Wow, look at that, Scott. Isn't that incredible? It's fine. It just needs to be on. You can be on whatever camera. That's because you put it on 4, it creates the endless loop. Yeah, whatever. Scott's killing it, everybody. So look, he's averaging 21 points per game right now. He's the quarterback 2 on the season. But when you're looking at him just as an NFL quarterback, as an NFL passer, I mean, he's absolutely crushing it right now. Absolutely crushing it. I think between the age, I mean, he's 23 years old. He's fantasy productive. He's dual threat. He's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I mean, is anybody in the comments opposed to me putting Drake May as my quarterback 1? Because
I don't think
he's in the same tier as Allen and Lamar.
I don't think anyone can argue not having him top 3 at the very least. Like in the same tier as Lamar and Allen, he should be right there neck and neck with both of those guys. Because the reality is, when you're looking at the quarterback market as a whole in superflex formats, you just see so much fluctuation outside of the top guys, and you even saw some fluctuation with that 3rd or 4th guy like Herbert in the past, like Stroud, and now Daniels. You're seeing a little fluctuation with him because of injury. The difference is you have the crazy insulation plus years and years of success with Lamar and Allen that kind of solidifies their status here, and then with May you have like literally nobody else in that offense who's contributing to his success but himself and his own development.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be up from here. And I think we feel more confident about this situation than we ever have with anybody else, including Daniels. There's a reason we were a little bit standoffish with Daniels this whole offseason, is something didn't really sit right. And I don't even think it was the injuries. I think we were just like, there might be a sophomore slump incoming, and lo and behold, he's kind of showing a lot of the tendencies that he had in college this year.
Yeah.
More than he did last season.
And I still think
with May, it's kind of just, it's been up and up and up. And now you're to a point where it's like, yeah, that rushing upside is good enough.
This is also
inconsistent enough that it just, he deserves to be up there top 3, no problem.
This is also a completely different type of situation, like a Stroud or a Daniels, because you had him actually play his first year and not do incredibly well.
Right.
And then his second year just build on what he did. That's different. So to us, it's like we feel more comfortable with that.
Different than starting super high and then tapering off, because that's almost like an outlier season, essentially. Right. Or like hey, we don't have NFL film on this guy. And now that we do, and we have a whole sample of like an entire year's worth of NFL film, we know how to stop this guy. And that's what you've kind of seen with Stroud and Daniels heading into their to their following seasons after the rookie year. And for May, it's just, again, it's more of a natural development cycle that's continuing on year after year, which makes us, again, more comfortable with him sustaining and maintaining this ranking.
Yeah, and a lot of people are agreeing with us in the comments. I think it seems like you guys are mostly okay with this. And some people are pointing out, like Cam X says, and he doesn't even have real weapons yet, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised they didn't try to trade for a wide receiver here at the deadline.
I totally thought, if you had told me that there was going to be an AFC team that got Jacoby Myers at the end of the day, I would have said New England easily.
Yeah,
New England hands down.
You're right. Like, he's doing this with like the most mediocre wide receiver room in the league. So that should tell you something as well. Yeah, and so he also has a favorable schedule down the stretch. I think you're heading into an offseason here where Drake May is going to be a top 3 pick, maybe the 101 overall. So we can't forget that JD5 exists. I know that, and I'm not like moving JD out of my like.
He's
top
not out of my
6
top 5.
Like it's even top 5. So I'm not.
I put Mahomes over him.
but
that's about it.
Ellie says, just sign up with Code Domain. Do I get a live blueprint? Yes, you do. If you did the annual Motherflocker tier with Code Domain, go ahead and submit your blueprint to us. We'll see it in our queue. You'll get that free one. You'll get the voucher, and then we'll do it tonight for you. Appreciate it. And it goes for anybody, by the way. There is a blueprint giveaway that I already started. Sauce69 in the chat for the free blueprint giveaway tonight in honor of our baby Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
Our baby Colt. I'm getting his jersey as soon as it's available. Like,
dude, I was going to text you today. I was going to be like, is there any way that we can get that tonight? There's no way.
And there wasn't, but like as soon as I'm having his jersey. It's gonna be sick.
Yep. All right, and then it's gonna blow up in our faces, and you know what? That's totally okay. That's totally okay.
All right, so we'll take some more requests on, guys. We can kind of skip around now. Got to talk about this is from Aiden. Got to talk about Odunze. I can't see his value increasing above what it once was with his volume and bricks for hands. I personally am not that worried about Odunze.
Yeah, neither am I.
When you're talking about where we're ranking him in Dynasty, now, I mean, I guess we can talk about this. Are we taking Rashee Rice or Odunze at this point? I would probably take Rashee Rice over Odunze.
I've got them all in the same tier. So I've got, I'm not going to lie, nothing has changed about my rankings in the top 12 for a while. I feel pretty solidified and comfortable about it.
I'm comfortable moving them around in tiers.
If you want to move around the players in that tier, go for it. I'm not going to fight that at all.
I'm comfortable moving players around in tiers. Like, so where that tier is London,
I've noticed
Neighbors, Rice, Abuka, and Odunze for me.
Yeah, I've noticed Rome's value has fallen quite a bit too, which I find very interesting. Like, here's the thing. Why are we so impatient with Rome when he's already number one production-wise? You've seen fluctuation. You see fluctuation with a lot of good wide receivers. Heck, you've seen fluctuation with Drake London this year. Like, Rome over the entire season has been pretty dang solid. The target volume has gone up like you wanted it to. To me, this is a very JSN type of trajectory. And I'm not saying he has the exact same identical skill set as going to do the exact same thing and be JSN. I'm just saying, like, did you expect Rome Odunze to be a top 5 fantasy wide receiver this season? Because I don't think we necessarily expected that. We expected about the jump that he's showcased here, and that's been plenty. It was plenty to solidify JSN as a top 12 to 15 wide receiver last year, and I think it should be for Rome this year too.
So, Fly Fantasy says Rome plus what equals Rice in redraft? Pretty much nothing. Pretty much nothing. Like, it's just
redraft,
I wouldn't do that. I would not trade Rome plus for if you're the Rice owner, you're not doing that trade. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think he's saying if I gave up Rome plus, I would give up Rome plus to get Rashee.
Yeah, but he was saying he has Rome, I have Rice, but that's not happening. Like, I'm not trading Rice. There's no way. So,
this was my bad. I didn't notice
You'll
it
get
was
there
Mason.
eventually.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
This is a good question. And actually multiple people are asking about this. So let's talk about Brock Bowers. Where was this? Oh, can we revisit that sell Brock Bowers narrative that y'all pumped? Absolutely, we can.
Yeah, sure.
So let's talk about Brock Bowers. So first of all, just so we are clear, Brock Bowers is the tight end one of my rankings and has never not been the tight end one of my rankings.
Never changed.
Brock Bowers was never. Again,
go back to the trade strategy video that we talked about.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the
thing.
trade strategy video, but again, here are the guys we were recommending you move off of Brock Bowers for one of those top 8 wide receivers if you can. And so the guys we told you to sell Bowers for include
Amon-Ra, JSN, Malik Neighbors, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London plus,
Rashee Rice plus. Those were the type of trades that we told you to make. And we said if you don't get one of those guys, then don't sell Bowers.
Yep.
So that still applies. Like I'm still making that move with Bowers. Nothing has changed with that.
This was about positional opportunity cost. What is it costing you at wide receiver and running back by holding a guy like Bowers at a onesie position versus just getting a cheaper, productive tight end and getting an elite wide receiver or running back to add to your team as you look to make a contending run this season.
Here's the problem with doing in-season Dynasty content, and you're seeing this play out even by some of you. I can tell by what some of you guys are saying. You guys took Brock Bowers as a sell, as he's bad, we think he's going to underperform. That's not it. In Dynasty, it doesn't matter how he performs on a game-to-game basis. We were literally just saying move him for an elite wide receiver and stream tight end, and it gives you a better shot at winning your Dynasty championship. And it does. Again, I would still take one of those top 8 wide receivers for Brock Bowers.
Yep.
So that I would do that video and give that advice again, not because Bowers is bad. Again, I can't move Bowers up my rankings anymore. He will be my tight end 1 through the end of the year. But that take was always more about roster construction, not about Brock Bowers' talent. Brock Bowers is the tight end 1. Like, everybody knows that. So that's there you go. Hopefully that clears it up. I mean, I'm hoping that some of you are starting to understand what we're saying. We're not saying that to sell Brock Bowers because he's not going to. I knew Brock Bowers would ball out. That's why I have him as my tight end 1. But it's just more of a matter of.
If we didn't think Brock Bowers was going to ball out, then like.
Yeah,
again, why would we have had him ranked that high?
And Fredo makes a very good point. You'd be very happy with London Plus right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And K-Mex says Bowers healthy is just so dang valuable. And he is. Again, it's less about his value. It was more about, you can still stream a cheap tight end and get one of those elite wide receivers, and they're also very dang valuable. You can't lose that trade. That's why we wouldn't have told you to sell a top 15 asset if we weren't giving you a trade where you can't lose. You can't lose selling Bowers for a top 8 wide receiver. You can't. That's why we said to do it. So. I 100% stand by that. Like, I mean, again, we never said he was bad. He was never a sell because he was going to underperform or be bad. He was just a sell because we were moving around our pieces in our roster. I mean, we did a video on this. So yeah. And again, so I moved Bowers a couple weeks ago for Neighbors and a late first. That's a great trade on a rebuild reload. That is an amazing trade. That's the exact kind of trade we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So
what are we doing with Kraft? Speaking of tight ends, we got a number of tight ends to talk about. Gadsden right now, he's market tight end 6. Loveland I have at market tight end 6 right now. I've got Loveland and Gadsden back to back. You got your core 5: Bowers, McBride, Warren, Ferguson, Laporta. And then Loveland, Gadsden, which some people might prefer one or both of those guys over Ferguson. I'd probably say there's a tier there. And then Tucker Kraft now I think is a big conversation because Kraft now is going to miss this entire year or the rest of this year with an ACL tear. He was already kind of up and down during the season, but his ups were really, really good, right? So what are we doing Tucker Kraft now? I still... just because of longevity and the ceiling that he showed this season. Again, we're playing Dynasty, 3-year outlooks, 3-year windows. Still have him ranked over Kittle. Got him at tight end 8 now, behind Loveland and Gadsden. But I have him ahead of Kittle at tight end 9.
I have him at 7. Do you have Kincaid ahead of him?
I have Gadsden ahead of him.
I have Gadsden ahead of him too. Do you have Kittle, Loveland?
I have Loveland ahead of him.
Loveland, okay, that's the difference there.
I never really moved Loveland down super far just because I knew it was only a matter of time, whether it was at some point this year or they're trading away DJ Moore and he shoots back up because of that. So,
yeah, for me, I have Ferguson, Laporta, Gadsden, Loveland, Kraft, and Kincaid all on a tier at this point.
Yep.
So it's just a big tier for me.
Yeah,
but I do think he moves down compared to what his dynasty value ceiling.
Yeah, I mean he got as high. He got as high as tight end 4, and obviously with the injury, you just can't. It's kind of like it's just the natural impact of a season-ending injury, right? With Malik Neighbors. he does move down within the tier that he was already in. With Cam Scatterbo, he moves down, multiple spots because he's, not going to contribute at all to your fantasy team this season. That's a year of, the 3-year outlooks that we talk about where they're just going to be total non-factors.
So Alex says, I think my issue was you guys said to sell Bowers when his value was at its absolute lowest. No, we didn't, because in the video,
that was the whole point.
That's the whole point of the video. That's the whole point of the take.
If you're selling Bowers low, then don't sell
sell
Bowers. That's what we said. So.
What we said was don't sell him low, but I mean, again, we showed you his market value was
the argument was that he wasn't being sold low,
and he had lost value. That was the whole thing. So that's just not true. Like, we didn't tell you to sell Bowers low. We told you to sell him for like a first-round wide receiver if you can do it, and if you can't, to hold. But again, people only heard sell Brock Bowers, and so now it's a revenge tour because he had a 43-point game. And by the way, his Dynasty outlook doesn't change after one game, and neither does it take. We're playing Dynasty, guys.
It should not.
So no, we didn't say to sell him low. We told you not to sell him low and said to sell him if you could still get the same price out of Bowers to do it. That was what we did. So I mean, look, I'm open to explaining this more, but like, we did a whole video on this. So he went after AJ Brown in a Dynasty startup. I mean, again, we wouldn't sell him for that price. We did not tell you to sell him for AJ Brown. We would have never, ever said that. So just to be clear. And Fredo says he's still selling. I mean, again, I think, in my opinion, if you can get a top 8 wide receiver, I'm always selling a tight end for that. Somebody asked about Warren. Warren's a completely different case, Tyler Warren, because he's not getting the prices that Bowers is. And he's honestly going at a pretty appropriate price.
He's also, I mean, schematically, he really is treated like a luxury item there. He's never going to get the elite level target volume that Bowers can get in Vegas because, again, Tyler Warren was the last weapon added to that offense for a reason. They invested in tight end last for a reason. And that's because they needed to establish like what the focal points of their offense were really going to be. And that was going to be Jonathan Taylor. And that was going to be getting the ball to your reliable playmakers at the wide receiver position, like Pittman, like Downs, Pierce, etc. And then Warren's kind of your do it all everywhere, all the time type of guy, where he actually has not eclipsed 10 targets this season.
So this is another example of a trade. Just Line says, I sold Bowers and Javonte for Puka. Thought it was good because I had Kraft. It sucks in the way it did. But again, moving Bowers for Puka Nacua is a great move. That is a fantastic move in Dynasty. Those are the type of trades we're telling you to make. We're not telling you to sell low, and we never were. But again, we can say that as explicitly as we can, and people just, want to dunk on us for saying to sell Bowers. So it's whatever. There's really a lose-lose take is what I've learned. Even though that is probably the most sound advice we could give you in terms of like, if you actually want to know like what we do to try to win championships, that's what we do. The problem is it's kind of a lose-lose because people just complain about it. And so like, it's kind of hard to bring those takes to you if people just complain. Like, we don't want to sell him low. We don't ever want to sell him low. Just to be clear. Pour one out for Tucker, says Vlad. So yeah, I mean, I know it's tough. It's tough. Who else we want to talk about from a ranking standpoint? I don't want to talk about tight ends anymore. Tight ends are boring. I would rather talk about wide receivers or running backs.
Oh, it's big news because Kraft tore the ACL.
I know, but yeah, you're right. I don't think you move him down that much. Who else are we talking about rankings, guys? Make sure you drop a like. Again, Sauce69 in the chat, no caps, no spaces, to get in the free blueprint giveaway. Appreciate you guys.
So today, I had McAfee on when the announcement came out, and they were doing some like pre-recorded interview, and then they cut it in the middle, and you just see like McAfee trying to get like his gear back on. And he's like, "Okay, huge trade."
Yeah.
And he said Sauce Gardner's trade, and I was like, "Oh dang."
So you were
to the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, live.
You were
and
watching
I
live.
Literally I stood up and I just started.
I know,
like pacing, and I called him right away, and I said, "You're not gonna believe this. The Colts just traded for Sauce Gardner," and he said, "Shut up! I
thought he was joking.
You're lying." I said, "Turn on McAfee now," and I just hung up.
Oh man. Danny says Loveland tight end 3 in everyone's rankings. Give it 2 weeks. I'll say this. I mean, from a dynasty standpoint, I'm not probably going to move him up that far after 3 weeks of production. But in redraft, maybe you would. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening in redraft. Loveland.
Oh,
but we have Loveland as our tight end like 7 in Dynasty. We've never wavered on his ranking because he was always going to have this year. So, so who else? Let's see. Yeah, thanks, Alex. He says congrats on Sauce. Who else? I
love how Breece Hall was like, of all the guys there, was like the one that really wanted to be on the move, and they don't move him. But again, I mean, they didn't move him for a reason, and that's because they weren't going to get the capital in return for him that they were going to get for guys like Quinnen and Sauce because he wasn't under contract, and they're not planning on extending him. They'll get a compensatory pick in return for him if they just let him walk in free agency next year. And no one was willing to pay the third for Brees when he wasn't under contract. So
okay, I'm seeing a lot of Bill. So let's do some Bill. Let's talk about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
I just moved Bill down quite a bit yesterday.
I mean, so this is kind of what I don't know what we're thinking about with Bill in terms of like what his dynasty ranking should be, but like I'm not JACO. I'm not.
Is he Washington's long-term option?
No, it doesn't seem like he is.
So at that point, I take the immediate productive veteran running backs right now, and that includes Rico Dowdle, Dobbins. Heck, even Woody Marks is more of a factor than Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is at the moment.
I just have him in the high 30s in Dynasty, and I can't see myself moving him any higher.
Yeah, I have Krosky-Merritt at 35.
What's so like you
tier.
can convince me though. Convince me in the comments, like, what is the best case for Bill? What's the best case for Bill?
Yeah, maybe we're like assuming the wrong things. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know what you guys are thinking about Bill. I'm just not seeing it.
Because here's the thing. You could argue fluctuation within that tier. That's totally fine. But I'm just telling you, it is one big, disgusting tier with these running backs. I mean, when the drop-off last year was way earlier and super gross at like RB 16, now the drop-off really is like RB 25, 26. And then once you get to that point, you're like, oh my gosh, it's just a whole lot of blah until RB 40, where you really could change any of these guys' rankings because they're all essentially just short-term. They're short-term rentals with potential production upside, but I mean, Chuba Hubbard has been a huge faller. I moved Rico Dowdle above Chuba. It seems
like most people are saying that Bill's not really anything, which I agree. So I don't think he has much dynasty value. I mean, if you can get a second for Bill, are you taking it?
Oh, 100%.
So I think that's where we're at now. So
kind of unfortunate that like I think we. Again, I'm just trying to remember what we said. I'm not trying to victory lap or anything. I think we told you guys to sell Krosky-Merritt if you could get a first for him because he was going 4 firsts heading into the season. I don't know if we made a big enough stink about it for it to really stick. We probably could have been a little more vocal about that, but that's definitely something that we were very willing to do.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where I'm still at. Now, a lot of people are saying RJ Harvey. Let's talk about RJ Harvey.
I'm pumped with Harvey. I mean,
I am too, but at the same time, nothing has changed with Harvey.
No, I can't move him up that much
because
I'm happy from what I've seen from him. At least I've seen good explosive flashes.
There's
from
flashes.
Touches. Like that's great.
But that's all they are is flashes. Because when you're talking about Harvey,
it's better than literally no flashes from Henderson.
I mean, the main thing with Harvey is like his snap share has stayed exactly the same in these last couple games where we've seen him perform. 27 and 32% snap share is the exact same as what he's been getting all season. The difference is in the last couple games he has 15 touches, and he has 4 touchdowns on those touches.
So Harvey right now, I assume you have is like a mid to low end running back too. I have him at RB 18.
In Dynasty, I have Harvey. I still have him at 16 at the top of that tier.
Okay, so like let's look at this. Let's just talk about every single player above RJ Harvey. You've got Scadaboo, who that's debatable.
I moved Scadaboo in the same tier, but below him.
Yeah, you have. But once you get beyond him, I mean, get up here to Javonte, CMC, Brees, Saquon, Jacobs. I mean, you're talking about legit fantasy relevant running backs, not just this season, but for the foreseeable future.
We don't know if
sprinkling a little Travion Henderson, and I mean, you're just hoping that's what Henderson ends up being. Which again, I think there's plenty of room for optimism for that to be the case. But again, none of these guys are expected to like fall off dramatically anytime soon. Where I would be like, yeah, I'll trade RJ Harvey for CMC just because he's 29. Like, no way. Not
I agree. Like, I think with Harvey, he's a guy that you don't sell. I think you stash him.
You definitely hold him
because especially the price you drafted him at.
Yeah.
But we can't move him up yet, is what we're saying. Like, he's got to stay until we know he's going to carve out a very consistent role from a volume perspective, which is going to lead to more consistent touchdowns, not just 4 touchdowns on 15 carries, 15 touches. That's not sustainable.
Our hands are kind of tied with Walker too. As much as I want to drop Walker to like RB 30, I literally can't. He's still a top 20 running back.
Yeah, he's 17 for me. He's going to be a free agent.
He's going to be a free agent. He's going to sign somewhere, and guess what's going to happen to his value right when he signs? He's going to go back up because of his name value alone, and then that's when you sell. That will be 100% when you sell.
So the other guy people are asking about a lot, and I think this is a great one to talk about, is Matthew Golden. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you guys what I think about Golden.
I also have not moved Golden that much.
I know.
I've had a couple of veteran receivers that I've moved ahead of him. Like I moved, I think Pity right there by Golden. I moved him ahead of Golden, but I've got Golden at like 30.
So I'm just going to tell you the brutally honest truth, and I'm not, this is not advice. This is me thinking this is what Avery's gut says. And you can decide if Avery's gut's stupid, which it very well could be. And in some cases it is, or you can decide if Avery's gut's onto something. Nathan's been a lot higher than Matthew Golden than I have during the season, because we've actually been giving him as a trade target a lot. I have not been trading for Matthew Golden. He scares the Pazuki out of me. Now,
Pazukis are so good.
They are. From a value standpoint, he has maintained, but I think his value is going to fall. Because I don't see this situation getting any better this season. And so what I see with Matthew Golden is a guy who's still holding 6th or 7th round draft capital in Dynasty, startup draft capital. And I don't think that's going to hold. I think by the end of the year, he's going to be an 8th or 9th round pick. And so in my opinion, I'm selling him, not because I don't believe in him long term, but because I think you're about to see a serious value dip with him, and I don't really want to hold through the value dip, and I don't really think I'm going to want to buy him back, because even though I think he could be very good someday, I think in this Packers offense, his ceiling is still very limited. That's what my gut says. That's not advice. That's what my gut says. You can tell me whether you agree with me in the comments. That's what I feel about Matthew Golden. I'm curious what you think about that.
Yeah, so I'll just, based on what I think about, I'll just ask you a question. Who of, like, genuinely, I just want to know, because I have a couple of ideas in mind of guys ranked behind him that I think could eventually be higher than him next offseason. But let's just go through them. Pearsall, I would say no. I think Pearsall will be ranked below Golden. He can't stay healthy. Would you agree?
I have Pearsall actually ranked one spot ahead of Golden, but okay. So I don't know. If Pearsall comes back and does anything, I think he would pass him.
QJ, I could see it with QJ.
I have QJ ranked ahead of him.
DK, Sutton, Adams, Ayuk, DJ Moore, Shakir, Terry McLaurin, Debo. Basically every single one of those veteran receivers. I
don't necessarily think he falls down. I think guys like Pittman, Luther, Burden are guys that are threats to move above him.
I have
Addison,
Pittman. I have Pittman for immediate production value at one spot ahead of Golden right now.
I have him. I'm gonna have him next to Burden. I'm gonna have him 34 and 35. And I think less so he falls down wide receiver tiers, more so he falls behind running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends in that range. I think that's where he falls 25 spots in value ish. That's my prediction. I think because again, I don't think the Dynasty. I don't think the Dynasty community it should
because right now his market, and this is where I've been gauging his market value, is actually even a little bit cheaper than where I have him ranked, which is 31. It's just ahead of all those veterans.
What about overalls?
All going to fall. Overalls, he's 92.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't have that much further to fall.
No.
Okay, so maybe at that point
that's why I've had him as a buy.
If you're a contender and you can get Pittman, like I still am willing to just pull the trigger there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean I have Pittman ranked over Golden.
Have any of you guys traded Matthew Golden?
Pittman's been a huge riser. He's up there with Worthy right now. He's up there by Penix, Lawrence, Javonte, Flowers. He's inching closer and closer to Flowers right now.
And that's the thing. If you can't get anything that helps you win a championship or is a serious upside play, I think I would take Luther Burden over Golden personally. That's just my opinion. I think Luther Burden's a much better receiver. And that's what Spec says. What could I even get for Golden? Exactly. So if you can't, you probably have to hold him. He's worth a hold because of the upside.
Yeah.
I've struggled to move Golden, but just traded Golden in a mid-second and Tracy for Ted. See, that's a great trade. As a throw-in, I think Golden can be a very good up-tier target. Burden I like. Packers fan here. We don't know how to evaluate wide receiver talent. That's from Scott.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you guys have, the last time you drafted a first round wide receiver was 25 years ago. So we don't really have that much data to go to evaluate with like their, first round analysis on receiving weapons.
Yeah, but we do. I'm less worried about the evaluation of wide receiver talent for the Green Bay and more worried about their consistent tendency to spread the ball among 5 different receivers.
Yeah, well, their consistent tendency to really slowly implement their weapons, long term.
Yeah.
So, this was our hesitancy with Golden.
Nice.
This was our hesitancy this offseason with Golden as well. Is like, yeah, Golden has this potential upside, but it's all potential upside in an offense where we've never really, with the exception of a 6-week window at the very end of the season with Christian Watson paired with Aaron Rodgers going on a tear and literally nothing else outside of that, we've never ever seen a first-year wide receiver come in and have immediate high-level impact to a point where they're just going to shoot up boards.
Yeah,
and that's kind of just the way the Packers operate with their personnel. They do this on the defensive side of the ball too. They do this with a lot of their first-round picks are like, Lucas Van Ness wasn't really getting starting reps until his third year. You had, what's his name? The linebacker that they drafted out of Georgia, who a lot of people hated that pick, and he's a starter now. And it took, 3 years for him to get work.
Just doesn't happen super often with wide receiver anymore.
It's a really annoying process that the Packers have just
and I'm not
abided by for years.
But 2 to 3 years for him to develop is a dynasty lifetime, and so I'm not willing to wait.
It is a while, which again is why we were a lot lower on him heading into the season.
Well, his analytics were terrible,
and his analytics weren't very good.
Aaron asked Golden or JMO. I would take JMO personally.
I have JMO ranked over Golden.
I do too.
Yeah,
I have him too. Traded Golden and James Cook for Ladden and 27 firsts. Yeah, that's a great trade. That's a fantastic
as JMO's value fluctuates, he does fluctuate within a tier, and I think everyone is very conscious of the situation that he's in and of the situation that he's locked into for the next 3 years because he just signed that extension, and he's only 24 years old.
Pack It Up says, I'm assuming you're a Packers fan. LaFleur's come out and said he never wants to mass target one guy in that offense, so I don't know if I'll ever trust someone there until I'm proven wrong. I don't blame you there.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
A lot of people are also, noting that Jaden Reed's coming back and he's the number one wide receiver there. And that's a great point for a short-term outlook as well. You're right. A lot of you guys are noting in the comments that you can't get anything for Golden.
But again, if that's the case, then, LaFleur is going to say that, but also, why did they draft first-round wide receiver?
Yeah.
If they were never going to get, a guy that they could heavily rely on, that's not worth a first-round pick, right? So... Yeah.
So yeah, that was the main thing for me. My stumbling block was he was a first round pick. I thought they would draft him to use him, and they just haven't. It just seems like a waste of a pick to me. You could have had so many other guys cheaper than your first round pick do the exact same thing Golden's doing in that offense. You could have Tyquan Thornton doing that. So I just don't get it, but whatever. Yeah. And Reed will be back soon. I agree.
How long did it take for Tucker Kraft really to come on? 3 years.
This is his third year.
This is his third year.
Yeah, but he's a tight end. That's a lot more common for tight ends. I don't care. If he's going to take 3 years, I'm not doing it.
I know. I'm not.
His value will bottom out.
I'm not defending Matthew Golden. I'm just saying, this is what you signed up for if you heavily invested in Golden at his price in the offseason, and it has already dropped quite a bit. So.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Dart. A lot of you guys are saying Dart. So let's do Jackson Dart. Jump back over and do a quarterback here for a minute. Yeah. So let's just look at his game log since he's come in. He's been the starter, and it's been 19, 17, 23, 29, 19, and 27. The rushing attempts and the rushing touchdown. Because he's not even. I guess he does have. The rushing touchdown upside with Dart is noticeably high. I think you have to be pretty aggressive ranking him in Dynasty with him only being 22, with the Giants liking him, and with his rushing upside being that's a game changer in Dynasty. He is one of the only. This is one of the only types.
I have him at QB 11.
This is one of the, and I need to move him up, but I would probably put him above Baker, and then
I've got him just ahead of Baker and just behind Caleb, Bo, and Herbert.
So I've got him ahead of Bo. I have him behind Herbert, Caleb, and Burrow, and so yeah, I have him at 10, essentially. I have him one high.
The difference is Bo.
The difference is Bo, which I'm fine with. I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Bo's fine. Bo's still averaging 20 points per game.
Phenomenal. He's QB5 again on the year.
Yeah, and I'd probably have Bo back-to-back with him at 11. I would put him in the same tier. But regardless, I think you have to be pretty aggressive. Jackson Dart, can we see, what's his overall ranking on the site, which shall not be named right now?
High.
How high? What round?
Early third. QB9.
I still think
he's back to back with Bo. He's right by Warren.
That's a good value. If you're doing a startup today, I think Dart's QB target.
He's right by Warren, H&N. Because he's getting closer to McBride.
He's one of those guys that actually makes a difference for you in your superflex spot or your quarterback spot, and you're not paying a first round price for him. Whereas you probably shouldn't be paying it.
Yeah, he might end up being one of our more favorited targets at that price point.
I think so too, because I could actually realistically see myself ranking him above Burrow and Herbert and Caleb and up there with Hurts. I'm that high on him. I think he's going to be going that high in Dynasty startups this offseason. So he's been a beast.
I think Dable saved his job.
He probably did.
I think for potentially one more year.
Yeah.
They'll obviously have to be like in it next year. They'll have to make the playoffs next year for him to save his job, but at least he kicked the can down the road in terms of.
Why is Caleb still ahead of him? He's not really. I just have him in the same tier. So like whichever one you prefer. I think Caleb's been good this year though. He's the quarterback 10.
Yeah, Caleb has been real solid.
Does Olave move after the Shaheed trade? No, in Dynasty it doesn't affect me too much. I think it's great I think Cooper Kupp. You can say he's dead now, but in terms of Olave, we have him as the. I have him at 25. Anywhere from 18 to 26.
Christopher.
Yeah. So like that doesn't change a whole lot for me with Chris Olave. I already have him ranked.
Cute. I have him at 25 too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. He's just in a big tier there. So no, it doesn't hurt Olave
at
all.
The tier starts with Zay and it goes all the way down to Olave, pretty much. Some people would debate Worthy and Addison belong there. I would say there's kind of a mini tier of twos, and it's Worthy, Addison, and JMO all together with maybe Pittman. And then insert Golden and all the vets.
It looks like you guys are comparing Drake May and Jackson Dart. I don't know if that's a conversation happening in the comments, but just for clarity, I have Drake May as my quarterback 1 in Dynasty. I don't have Jackson Dart even close to him. May is not in this. They're not in the same tier. They're very different to me. So I think Drake May is a much better asset to in Dynasty. An excellent down tier from Hurts. Yeah, no, that's a great move you can make right now in Dynasty.
Yeah,
I agree.
He is.
I think the Hurts price is fake. I've had him on the block in 2 leagues, not getting any offers. Part of that is just that it's literally impossible. It is impossible to sell top-end quarterbacks in Dynasty right now. It's impossible. A lot of people ask about Chase Brown. Let's talk about Chase Brown real quick. I'm not.
I moved him down a lot.
I'm not.
I've got him at running back.
I have him at 25.
25 as well.
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to move him up one spot.
I've got him right there with ECN, Charbonnet, Montgomery, kind of volatile.
Are you taking Henry or Chase Brown in Dynasty?
Henry. Yeah.
I'm going to put him back to back. I think it's very close. I mean, if Henry's not going to be ultra productive, then he's 32 and not ultra productive.
The issue is contractually he's stuck there through 2027, I believe.
I know. I just don't really care if he's not going to, be Derrick Henry, and I just don't think he is. So
he still looks like Derrick Henry. I mean, I've watched a ton of Henry this year, and again, I'll be the first one to say I'm really low on his. Not really low. I am realistic about his fantasy outlook this season, and it's still gonna have some productive days. But I mean, Derrick Henry still looks like Derrick Henry. He really does in that offense. That's not the concern. The concern is people just stopped letting him score touchdowns in the red zone once they get inside the 5. They will stack the box. They will literally put all 11 defenders on Derrick Henry just so Derrick Henry doesn't score, and they'll force Lamar to run or they'll force Lamar to throw it.
Which doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. Lamar's a good passer.
I know, and it's
crazy.
clearly working, but for Henry's fantasy outlook this season, it hasn't been great. But he's still, again, I mean, he still looks like Derrick Henry. I don't think he's really fallen off.
Let's talk about Travion Henderson. They didn't end up picking up a running back. But, I mean, Henderson in the game where he obviously was meant to take starter role.
Split carries with a practice squad level player.
12 points, which is great on 75% snaps, which is great. 6 targets, but and no touchdowns. So 12 points with no touchdowns is great for Henderson. He looked good. He still wasn't efficient. 3.9 yards per carry and 5.3 yards per target in this game.
Yeah, that was a true 3-year extension for Henry.
But
2-year extension.
Man. With Henderson, I'm just going to, let me just ask the chat here. Are we moving Henderson down in our rankings, or are we keeping him where he's at? Because right now, I've already moved him down a little bit, but not too far. I have him as a fringe running back 1. Yeah, I have him as the running back 13 right now.
I've got him running back 14 right now. So
I have him in the Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, and Christian McCaffrey tier.
Yep.
And I think that's somewhat bold, considering that all of those guys, when you're looking at their production, are averaging 13, 15, 19, and 25 points per game compared to his 7. So we're basically purely projecting here, might I add. What are we doing with Travion in our rankings? Keeping him the same or moving him down? Keeping him the same, keeping him down, leave him. A lot of people are saying leave him here. Move Henderson for Jacobs. That's a great trade. I think this, though. I think if you're going to keep him in this tier, which I'm totally fine with, then I think that I think that if you're a contender, you move him for Jacobs, CMC, Kyron, any of those guys. Like, I think that's a move you need to make. So if you're a contender and you have Trayvon Henderson, I'm all for moving off of him. I think he's a great rebuild, reload trade target, but I'm not necessarily worried about holding him on a contending team by any means, because he literally is a lot of value that he's taking up for your team and not scoring any points for you. You can't start him. So as a contending team, you have to move off of that to answer some of your questions, I think. But well, some people are saying down as well. Yeah, I'm not loving what I'm seeing, but I'm gonna try to not panic and not try to overreact. That's where I'm at with Hendo. But there were a lot of concerns about his profile that we just kind of ignored, that people are like, yeah, this is why he's not getting on the field actually. So that kind of makes sense.
Ironically, it's the stuff that I used to hate about Henderson as a college prospect.
Yeah, it is. Reroll on Henderson, I kind of agree with that. That's where I'm at as well. I see some Tank Dell ones. Tank Dell is not relevant in our rankings. I'm very sorry if you have Tank Dell, but like I've got him so low. Like he's like my wide receiver 83.
Total non-factor.
And to be fair, somebody did mention that Rico Dowdle was like my wide receiver, my running back 69.
Nice.
And he is my running back 69, so I'm going to move him way the frick up.
Yeah, I've got Rico at 28 right now over Chuba.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm going to put him right there.
He's a short-term bell cow right now.
Yeah, and I need to move Chuba down quite a bit here. Chuba was a bad one. You know, the sucky part about Chuba was that remember when I told you that I had the gut feeling that Chuba Hubbard was going to be like the veteran that was touchdown dependent and then regresses, and I still liked him as a trade target, and I never let my gut take control. They paid him.
They extended him.
So that's what was so confusing.
That was the bizarre thing.
So,
and I mean, look how he started the season. You're like, this is exactly what we thought Chuba was going to be. Snapshare was going to be right there in the 60s, 70s. Rico was going to get some touches, but not a big deal. And then he got hurt, and Rico just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Rico's just a whole different archetype of running back that I think they find a lot more useful with the way that they have to win games this year. And the way Carolina has to win games is by stopping explosive offenses from getting the ball for too long, and holding them to, less than 24 points. And it's worked. It worked this week against Green Bay.
All right, real quick. Sauce69, no caps, no spaces in the chat. We're giving away a free blueprint. Wanted to say that. Also, drop a like. You have to drop a like to win. We're at 78. Let's hit 100. And then also, after we finish up our rankings here, we will be moving over and doing some team blueprints. If you'd like to get your team reviewed on the stream tonight, we now have the bakery available on the site, by the way, which is a big win for us. And if you're already a member, go check it out. But if you would like to get a free blueprint, you can do it like this. If you sign up for the annual Mother Flocker tier with code DOMAIN over on the site, what we'll do is you'll get the entire site. So again, code DOMAIN, create an account, do the annual Mother Flocker tier. You're going to get our rankings, trade calculator. You're going to get the bakery now. You're going to be able to use the My Teams tool. And you're going to get that free team blueprint. We'll do it for you tonight on the stream, and then we'll send you one of these. So you'll have that as well. Plus, you're going to get a new blueprint review on your team every week during the season, every month in the off season, and you get to join our Discord. And again, that does come with the free review tonight on the stream. So we'd love for you guys to come join the community, access all the rankings we're talking about, get a free team blueprint done tonight. We have some spots. And so, again, I got the link in the pinned comment, and I just dropped it again in the comments. But Sauce69 in the comments for the free blueprint that we're going to be giving away tonight as well. We appreciate you guys jumping on, and make sure you drop a like. There we go. We're going to hit 100 now. Okay, any other players? Let's talk about Kyle Monangai real quick. Just search Kyle. You'll find it, Scott. Monangai, look, I think he looks great. I think people think I'm overreacting about it. Maybe I am. I think Monangai looks really good. That's my opinion. I think in terms of how I'm ranking him for Dynasty, though, I can't move him up a ton. No, now I can say I can move
him up in ROS rankings for redraft for sure.
Yeah, but like I do think I can move him up some in Dynasty because I have him buried down here in the 50s, and I think I would say I can put him in like the 40s now, like ahead of Jaden Blue.
Where are you, Monangai?
I mean, the bottom of my Dynasty rankings suck, man. You guys are free to tell me anytime you see a jank ranking, because there are tons of them. It's so hard to rank all these players in Dynasty, but yeah, I mean, I'll put him in the high 40s. Like I think he's got a chance. I think he's a great throw-in. I think he's a great, like, really cheap trade target as well. Just because you don't know what the upside is. If they hate Swifty, or they end up hating Swifty, then, Monangai also might be the money.
If they can't get their hands on a running back that they want next year.
Yeah.
That's obviously the concern, though. I mean, every single report, all of these, certified guys are like, yeah, the Bears were trying to get Jency, trying to trade up for him. They couldn't get it done. They tried to trade up. They tried to trade up for Henderson or Judkins, and they couldn't get it done. they're in the market for a running back, whether it's going and paying someone like Brees or going and drafting someone next year. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if you're going to see a lot of Jeremiah Love probably mocked to the Bears next offseason.
Anna says she was in the same room as Josh Downs today.
Oh, seriously?
Wow.
Where were you?
Sick.
Wow. Oh, no way.
That's sick.
Nice.
All right. So Anna's meeting more NFL players than we are at this point. That's great.
Yeah.
Shout out Anna. Yeah, Monangai top 35. You can't buy him. No, but I think but he's a throw-in level guy. I think in a big trade, you could absolutely get him as a throw-in. Like, I think that's achievable. But I like Monangai. I like, so then there's also this, and Geist is right here. Monangai had his Sean Tucker game. Need to see it again. Yeah, that's very true. We saw this with like a Sean Tucker, and it never happened again. So it could be but he's so cheap. It's just like a dart throw, and I like the dart throw.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there with all those dart throws, like, Giddens, Trevor Etienne, Samson, right? Any of those players that are just, they're one injury away from getting a lot of work. And I mean, you saw that with Samson. Samson was one of the biggest early in-season risers because everyone was freaking out about Judkins. He comes in, gets I think 10 targets in one game, and he hasn't been anything since. But
I am a little bit bummed. I am a little bit bummed for Torrey Horton that the Seahawks traded for Rashid Shaheed.
It's a bummer for Torrey Horton, but it's real nice for Shaheed.
It is nice for Shaheed. But I mean, Horton looked good there in that role, and they just I don't know. I just thought Torrey Horton was gonna be maybe something there for a little bit.
Yeah, I think they were like, Shaheed's just better.
Yeah, see, so Tim says he thinks he's more like Bucky Monangai. I think that's the range of outcomes we're talking about here.
That would be awesome.
Anywhere from Bucky to Sean Tucker. Is he going to be Bucky or is he going to be Sean Tucker? We'll see. But the defense was the Bengals, as Camex is pointing out. I agree with that. They didn't throw Torrey Horton the ball enough. I agree. And now I feel like Torrey Horton had some upside there, but I think Shaheed is going to take that role in that offense mostly. So, yeah, Judio, we just talked about Monangai, so you're probably a little bit behind. I moved JCM and Boutte for Debo and Addison. That's a great dynasty trade. That's a fantastic dynasty trade. Like you that's a fleece. It's not even close. You got Kyler ranked higher than Darnold. Do I? Yeah, I probably need to move. Rip. You could do this all day. You are willing to send me a message on Discord of all the stupid ranking things that I have.
Let's talk about Darnold.
I also have Daniel Jones behind him, and I need to move Daniel Jones up.
I've got Daniel Jones.
I fixed it.
I've got Daniel Jones at 19. I have Darnold at 18, and then I've got
17.
I've got Stroud, Goff, Love ahead of Darnold and Jones.
I don't have Stroud ahead of them.
Stroud, honestly, just
I have Stroud.
Golly, what are you gonna do with Stroud?
I don't know. I have Stroud below those guys now.
I don't blame you.
All right. Yeah, we want to talk London. Let's talk about Drake London. I think I saw multiple Drake Londons. So London, he's just not as consistent as he was last season, but in terms of his performance, he's still a top 12 wide receiver this season. Mm-hmm. And they've also already had their bye, and he missed a game, and he's the wide receiver 7. Yeah. So he's had a 25, a 31, and 38. He's just more boom or bust, but his targets have been elite. London's exactly where I think he was going at the end of the offseason. That 1-2 turn. I have him just outside of the top tier of receivers. The reason I don't have him in the same tier as JSN, Amon-Ra, Puka, Jefferson, Lamb, and Chase is because I think he's less consistent than those guys, but I think he has as much upside. So he's in a tier with Neighbors, Rice, Ibuka, and Odunze for me. And honestly, I could see that tier just being London, Neighbors, Rice, and then maybe moving, I think, Odunze to the Tet and Garrett Wilson tier for now. And Ibuka, he kind of bounces between those tiers for me. But look, London is a top 7 dynasty wide receiver for me, and I think he should be going at the 1-2 turn. I think he's just extremely fantastic, and I think he just, it fluctuates because his situation fluctuates, quite frankly. I saw that. I think there are good games for the Falcons and bad games for the Falcons, but when they get Drake London the ball, he's amazing. So I think London has Penix. Yeah, that's a good point. Sell or hold Gadsden. I'd probably hold until I think his value's not done going up. I would hold Gadsden. I think there's a lot of value upside there. You could maybe sell a lot higher than this if you wanted to sell. So if you have Bowers, I still would sell.
It didn't take much for Kraft to move up to tight end 4. Didn't take much for Warren to move up. Like, there's a ton of room for these tight ends to move up that are producing right now.
I think it's time we move Love down. He's so inconsistent in terms of fantasy. Yeah, I don't have him very high.
Jordan Love?
Yeah, I don't have Jordan Love very high, but I have him at 14. I mean, you could put Dak ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's in that Dak, Goff, Jones, Darnold tier for me.
Yep.
All those dudes.
I've got him there too.
All right, last call for anybody you want to talk about in our rankings. Drop it in the comments. We can do anybody by popular demand. But I feel better about my rankings than I did coming into today, and so that's good. I've cleaned them. I'm not moving Travis Hunter down for what it's worth because of the injury or anything like that. So
Purdue basketball ranked number 1 in the.
Who cares?
I know. I'm just asking, how good are they really this year?
Good. They're not going to win. They're Purdue, but they're good. They're similar to how they were the UD year.
Okay.
I think they're more well-rounded though. We'll see if they have the guards. A lot of people are saying. Okay, let's see. I'm reading all your comments. I've seen quite a few of Breece Hall, so we can do Breece real quick. Breece hasn't moved for us though.
I haven't moved.
We are ranking Breece with the expectation that he gets traded this offseason, and so right now he's in that tier
Well,
with
he
Kyron.
won't get traded. He'll just walk.
Or sorry, it goes to a different team.
They're not gonna.
Kyron, Henderson, Jacobs, and McCaffrey. I have him at the top of that tier right now, just because I think his value is going to go way up in the offseason. But again, I know he didn't get moved today. But do keep in mind, he is going to end up on a new team regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really move him much higher than where we have him, and can't really move him much lower.
Yeah.
You can argue Henderson if you want to. You can argue CMC for immediate production as a contender. But I probably draw the line at like Javonte and Scadaboo. I don't think you can rank those guys over him right now.
Let's talk about Ted McMillan real quick. Haven't moved Ted a whole lot either. We've seen the same thing from him all season, some consistent production.
I mean, it's all good with Ted in my eyes in terms of like talent wise. It's all translating to the NFL level.
He's just
on in
a bad situation.
You're seeing the volume, and you would just assume that over time, like it's all going to come together where you're going to see a good inflow of touchdowns. You're going to see this consistent volume continue, and I mean the big play upside is there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Ted is exactly what we thought.
I think he's a hold for sure. You're going to see his value go up in very short order, in my opinion.
Yep.
So
generally, those types of guys that do this, their first year, when you talk Dynasty, you start seeing those guys rise up in the off season when people start breaking down the analytics and stuff.
Some people are asking about Judkins. I have Judkins as my running back 9 in a huge tier. Actually, I should probably just break this tier up, and I probably will. A tier with Cook, Irving, him, and Barkley. Maybe you could make. I think Barkley probably moved down to the C tier at this point, so it'd be Cook, Irving, and Judkins in a tier.
I've got Barkley at 12 right there.
Where do you have Judkins at?
9.
That's where I have him too. So we both have him as a top 10 dynasty running back.
Yeah, I think Bucky and James Cook, that's arguable. You can argue for Judkins over one of those guys. I just, again, tend to favor the ones that have higher production upside and just as much insulation over the next few years. And Bucky and James Cook are right there neck and neck with Quinshon. So.
And then Ladd McConkey here. I have Ladd at wide receiver 17, but I have him in the 14 to 17 tier.
Who? Ladd?
Yep. So as high as wide receiver 14 for Ladd and as low as 17. I have him personally at the bottom of the tier, but it's BTJ, Nico, Harrison, and Ladd, which are essentially just a bunch of guys with wide receiver 1 upside that have tons of questions right now.
I've got it. Ladd, BTJ, Nico, Marv.
Yep. So we have him in the tier with those question mark guys at the moment. And so we'll keep him there and be patient with Ladd. That's going to be
BCJ is hands down got to be one of the biggest disappointments in fantasy football or in Dynasty this season even.
Jose wants to know a Judkins and a 27 late first for Bucky.
No,
I have him back to back. I don't think it's worth paying a first.
You can do a pivot, but that's as far as I would go.
Yeah. Too low on Ladd. You think so? I mean, Ladd's been the wide receiver 17 in the year. I mean, again, as high as wide receiver 14, but realistically, I'm not taking him over Garrett Wilson and Ted McMillan. So that's where I have him ranked for that reason.
Also worth noting with Ladd
does have question marks. Ladd's question marks you've seen on full display this year.
And you saw it last year too.
Yeah. I mean, he has ceiling question marks for sure.
And that's like over the course of the entire season ceiling. You see week to week great games. I mean, you've seen him put up 29 points before.
And a lot of people asking about Marvin Harrison, if Marv moves up. No, not after one game, he doesn't.
No,
I'm willing.
Against Dallas' secondary?
Yeah. No, like that was his first 20-point game of the year. Like what Marv did yesterday, we got to see that consistently before we move
That's
him.
always been the issue with Marv. The issue with Marv has never been, can he score 20 points? He did it multiple times last season. He's done it multiple times this year. That's just...
Remember, with these dynasty players, it's taken us a half a season to move them around in our rankings. So for Marv to actually like solidify himself again as like a top 12 wide receiver, which I am
Yeah.
rooting for like heck, because I have so much Marv, and we screamed at people to buy
Heavily
Marv
invested
this
in
year.
Marv.
Like we screamed so hard. We have a bunch of them.
I do think Brissett.
I need him to do well.
I do think Brissett starting for probably the rest
better.
of the season is way better for Marv.
Brissett's much better for Marv.
Yep.
I think with Marv, he's a great buy in Dynasty still. And again, I'll die on this hill. If I have to die with the best wide receiver prospect in the last 5 years, I will die with the best wide receiver prospect in the last 5 years. He's going to hit.
And again,
we weren't wrong. We're just early.
Here's the nice thing about the insulation. The insulation of Marv, I think, has been proven this season in that the worst case scenario that you are seeing right now with Marv, which is he's doing exactly what he did last year. Guess what's happened to his value? It's dipped, but he's basically moved from the top of the tier that he was already in to the bottom of the tier that he's already in. Guess what? He's still in the same tier. People are very, I think, slow to move with Marvin Harrison, and I think that's good in this case.
Yeah. I feel just fine about Marv long term still. Again, I know we told you to buy him. He hasn't done anything this year, but I still stand by. I think he's going to ball out. So, did you get your team submitted, Adam? What's your username?
I got it. Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. All right. That was fun. We'll keep doing that. Appreciate you guys jumping in, but we are not done yet. It's time to take a look at your Dynasty team. So we're going to pivot over now. We've got a bunch of trade questions. Let's fire through some Dynasty trade questions first. And you know, if you have trade questions, feel free to drop them in here. Some of you guys have vouchers that you can use as well that are free. You do get a free trade question voucher as well when you become a member with that free blueprint. And so do keep that in mind. But we're just going to answer some of your Dynasty trade questions now and just get some discussion going before we get into team blueprints here. Let's talk about Doc Rio's trade question. The Dynasty Superflex 12 team start 10 PPR league. It's Lamar Jackson basically down tiering to Joe Burrow in a 27 early mid first. That seems like not enough to me.
I think that is not enough.
So I'm gonna add in just another like solid player. Like I would rather do like a Joe Burrow and a Lad type. That's the type of deal I feel more comfortable with. And so I would say initially I don't like it because I think you're down turning too far and not getting enough on top. But if you can, instead of that 27 first, get a really solid player on top, I would do it. That's what Lamar's should be going for, in theory. And I know it's hard for people to buy those top end quarterbacks. So if that really is like a 27, like 101, then I would be doing this, by the way, if you know that. All right, Sammy's got a trade question here. T. Higgins and a 2 seconds and a first for Ibuka. I will have to drop at least 4 players before I'm assuming the cut line. It's a 1 QB, 10 team start 8, very shallow league here. I'm fine taking.
Those seconds do nothing for me. I'll take Ibuka.
I'm fine taking Ibuka here. I like that. I'm marking these. Sorry, Scott. This one says down tier Marv after a good performance to worthy plus. No, I'm holding Marv. Do not sell Marv Derp Anthony. Marv's a hold for us. Again, we just mentioned it. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, you're moving a guy that does still have a much higher ceiling and Worthy does not.
Yeah, hold Marv.
And a second and Pierce is not going to cut it.
I'm kind of mad that Bush has Marv in the flock league, to be honest with you. Because now Brissett's the starter for the rest of the year. It's gonna suck.
Hey, don't you worry, bud. He's gonna have another single-digit game next week.
Yeah, that's true. No Limits got a trade question here for us. Chuba Hubbard, Tyler Warren for Ricky Pearsall, Kenneth Walker, and a 26 early mid-second. That's not enough. You're giving up the best player in the deal here in Tyler Warren. You need to be getting a first back, but I wouldn't even. You're down tiering too far here to players that you need to get a sure thing player. If I have Tyler Warren, I'm trying to sell him on a 1 QB 12 team start 8 dynasty league like this, like you are No Limit. I'm trying to get a receiver in the same range as Tyler Warren or a running back.
Mm-hmm.
So in the case of this guy's team, that would mean getting somebody like maybe play Tyler Warren plus for James Cook, Tyler Warren for Ladd McConkey, or Tyler Warren plus for Ladd McConkey. Those are the types of deals I would try to pull off. So try something like that. Jay Fens, do I take the Hampton for Nico offer? Bucky and Chuba. You got Chase, Nico, BJ, Buka, DJ Warren, and Warren. Right, so you got a good team here. But you do need a running back. Yeah, I'm taking Hampton here. I would take Hampton and Dynasty over Nico at this point, and so I would take this deal. Appreciate you. Luxus, this is Chase Brown and Romo Dunze for CD Lamb. I'll take CD here. I'll take the best player in the deal. I'll take CD Lamb. That's a redraft question, by the way, and I would take CD Lamb. This is Dynasty. Sutton, Rico Dowdle, and Chase Brown for BTJ and Travis Etienne. You're getting the best player in the deal in BTJ. You're selling off on 2 volatile running backs and an old wide receiver. I would take BJ and Etienne easy here in Dynasty. Easy. Easy's not even close. Are you marking these or do I need to mark them? It's okay. I can do it. What was the... Yeah, for some reason it wasn't letting me. You want to answer the next one, Nathan? Yeah, it's not letting me.
This is Arthur's. This is a redraft. Chase Brown for Rome. Take Rome. You're buying low. Easy. You can mark that one. T-Mode, a second for DJ Moore. Early second pick is either the 201 or the 202. 201 or 202 is going to be more valuable than DJ Moore next year. Book it. Hold the 201. This is mostly is this a Dynasty Superflex Lawrence for McCarthy. Gosh, that is so disgusting. Sorry. I don't think you're disgusting. I think the players in the trade are disgusting. So this is need help pivoting off Fields and Lawrence. Sam and Dak owner don't want either. And is Kittle a hold?
Kittle is probably a hold.
Kittle is a hold.
For Lawrence, we haven't. Let's give him some options here for Lawrence.
Oh man,
McCarthy's not bad.
I honestly don't like McCarthy any more than I like Lawrence.
I would probably just say hold Lawrence.
He said Sam and Dak owner.
Yeah, Darnold.
I would try for. I honestly would rather have Daniel Jones and JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know how valuable he is, but
yeah,
I would probably hold here. I don't think I want to buy into JJ. I'd rather have Lawrence. I think he has more fantasy upside. And then Kyle said picks on the May side are mid, late, Burrows are early. So this is a late first, a late second, and Drake May for Burrow and early. Too early first, I would take Burrow here all day. If that's true about the picks, you got to take Burrow here. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I marked that one. All right, T.S. Copeland. And then Jaden Daniels.
This is not enough. Oh, this is a 1 QB.
Oh.
Is that if that's actually an early first?
Yes, do take it.
Take the early first.
Yeah. All right. Again. Yeah. Don't sell Marv, y'all. Keep Marv. That's the moral of the story here. I've got the link in the comments again if you want to get your team reviewed. Again, you can get the free blueprint. You can get the bakery for free. You can get our trade calculator. You can get all that. You can sign up for the annual Mother Flock with your code domain. It basically lets you become a member of the site, and then you get the free blueprint included on tonight's live stream. It's the best deal by far, and you get the whole year membership, and you just get all the tools. So do that instead and get the free one. But we do have a lot in the queue, and we are gonna let's start with Tablespoons. Let's start with Adam. So you can Scott will get you hooked up there. Will you go full screen for me for a second, Scotty? So,
boomerang.
There we go. I don't know why our camera's being weird, but we'll fix that. So, backstory here. Adam is here in the studio with us, actually. When I was at the IU Illinois game a couple weeks ago, it was in September. Big, huge game. Top 10 Illinois coming into Memorial Stadium. It was awesome. Adam actually came and found me in the stands. He works at IU. He does media stuff there. Came and found me in the stands and took me and my wife and my aunts down on the field during the game. It was the coolest thing of all time. Like, caught me off guard. I did not know he was going to do it, but it was so cool of him. And so Adam's actually here in the studio. He's been hanging out with us tonight. I was like, you should come see a show. You know, I gave him a free membership, but W Adam in the chat, because like it was legitimately, I have a picture, but I didn't get it pulled up. It was awesome. And they scored while we were down there. So that was sweet as well. And so Adam's actually in the studio. He submitted a blueprint tonight, and he's going to be on mic while we talk about the blueprint. So you're going to get a live team blueprint, like whole experience here where he can actually ask us questions while we do it. But Adam, I appreciate it again, man. Make sure you talk right into the mic so they can hear you. And Scott, make sure he's up loud enough. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for coming, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So this is your team. It's team name Tablespoons. It looks like you've got a 10-team league here. How many Dynasty leagues are you in, by the way?
Just one.
Okay, so this is the only Dynasty league you have.
Yes.
This is your baby.
So this is his baby. We have to be careful with this. This is a 10-team Superflex start 10 PPR. It is a non-tight end premium. You've seen how we do this. We're going to start by grading out your team. We'll give you your team archetype, and then we're going to start talking about your moves here. So let's start by grading out all of your positional groups here. In a 10-team Superflex, you've got Herbert, Dart, and Baker. That's a 9, isn't it?
In a 10-team, it's a 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 is fine. Then we've got Saquon, Chase Brown, Alvin Kamara, Chuba Hubbard, Tony Pollard. Weaker running back room there. I'd probably go 4, 5?
I think 4 is
four in a 10
sufficient.
team.
Yeah.
Lamb, Neighbors, Rice, Addison, Godwin is an 8 or a 9 easy.
Yeah.
That's
So
3
it's
top
just
10 wide receivers. It's
solid.
awesome. Kittle, we're giving a 6 these days, 5,
Yeah.
6. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll give him a 6 there. So it's interesting because you've got really good quarterbacks here. This could be a dual elite QB. You're 6 and 3. Your points for are 7th in the league. Your points against are 7th. So you've kind of gotten fortunate with winning these games.
I would go well-rounded.
So we'll just go well-rounded, contend, reload for you here. So we'll have you as a contending team. I mean, I'm assuming you feel confident enough to contend in this league. Like, do you?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like, from a value standpoint, when you're looking at the rankings here, it doesn't look like there's not any like super teams or anything.
How early
like
is that other first that you have? Begogs.
Begogs.
He is currently
He's 6'3" as well.
in first
Okay, he's in
place.
contention. Okay, so
Yeah.
first thing that I would do easily, 100%, is in a 10 team, got to maximize that flex spot upside as much as you can and your RB2 upside. Because right now Chase Brown is your RB2, which has been fine the last couple of weeks. But beyond that, kind of shaky and he's not super reliable rest of the season. I would take at least one of your firsts, if not both, since you're both 6 and 3.
Yeah,
You have no use for those. You're going for it.
I mean, I think you probably. So, have you shopped Neighbors at all?
I've not. I've got some interest, but I was planning on just holding him.
So, in our
That's the other
experience,
move that you got to make.
in our
Yeah.
experience, you can still move Neighbors because he hasn't really dropped in value and get an elite player. And so, if you're going for it this year, I would move Neighbors. So, if you have to sell low on him, don't do it. But if you can get we've seen people I moved Malik Neighbors for Drake London, maybe plus a little bit. If you can do something like that, that's going to significantly increase your chance. This is a 10 team start 10, by the way. It's a start 100. That will significantly increase your chance of winning this year. Obviously, you got Rice back, which is huge. But I would shop Neighbors and see if you can get one of those elite guys.
Here's the rationale behind that too. Like the reason it's so possible, in our opinion, is you've got a ton of rebuilds who are just trying to offload points on their team. And if they have a cornerstone wide receiver that is dropping 20 points per game on their roster right now, they'll happily let that go for a guy that they know is going to maintain his value and be right back up to the ranking that he was previously. And Neighbors hasn't really moved anyways. So they're going from one cornerstone wide receiver that's putting up points on their board to a guy who's going to stay in that range anyways, regardless of the ACL tear, and get minus 20 points.
So
per game
looking at the
on a
teams
weekly
based,
basis.
sorting by record in your league, the guys I would look at asking about, maybe you have to add a little bit on top
Ooh,
here.
you got a ton of middle of the road teams in this league.
Like Jamar Chase. I would probably on this team, I would pay Neighbors and a first for Jamar Chase, just because that first is going to be the 110 in this league. 109, 110. If you could trade the other guys first or your first, if you get Jamar Chase, you're going to probably win this league with Lamb, Chase, and Rice.
This Mud Dogs team has Hampton. He's been
Yeah,
riding on the
JSN.
coattails of Bucky Irving being injured, so Rashad White will no longer be a factor. McCarthy and Stroud look bad. BTJ is now injured. Quentin Johnson is back to what he has been. And does this guy actually think he's contending?
Yeah, I mean,
If he doesn't think he's
do you
contending,
know all these guys personally?
For the most part,
Okay.
he doesn't like to trade and always.
Okay, so then I would
But,
probably more
JSN
explore
would
the
be my
Jamar
favorite target there.
Chase / Drake London type avenues.
Yep.
And again, if you can end up selling Neighbors, that's fine. But I definitely would be open to doing so. And I would be pretty aggressive doing it if I were you.
Yeah, neighbors and one
He's
of
a
the
lot of value not scoring any points.
neighbors
for
and
you
one of
every
those
year.
late first for Chase would be
That would be great.
awesome.
So I don't know.
That would win you the
We'll
league.
have to see. I think we obviously have to make moves for running backs too, because this is only a start 10 league. So realistically, if you have those top 3 receivers, an Addison to back them up, we just need Chase Brown has been better recently, but I think we need to upgrade one of the running back position as well.
Yeah, I would
of
take
course,
Chase.
We can get there by moving some quarterbacks as well,
Yes.
because on this team,
I would probably move Baker
Dart
on this one.
Okay, Baker. I was just thinking Dart has the most value right now.
He's got the most rushing upside too.
I know, but Herbert and Mayfield from a production standpoint are matching what Dart is doing still.
Yeah, Mayfield's floor is just a little bit lower.
I just don't feel like you're going to fetch as much from me. I would maybe just shop both of them, Dart and Mayfield, and see which one you get the better offer for. But I'm looking for a running back straight up here.
Thoughts on shopping Stafford? Because I have got some interest for some needy teams, but obviously I can't get as much.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
could
say
get
that's the thing.
in a 10 team, it might be tough. You can entertain that, but here's
I mean,
that
definitely if you can trade him for something that helps you and you can plug him in to start, do it. What offers are you getting?
I
or
would
have you gotten an
rather
offer
I would
yet?
rather Stafford be my cheap QB3 option than my QB3 option every single week being Dart or Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to get more out of those high-end quarterbacks, which is why we tend to move off of them. And it's tough. In a 10-team league, it's tough. And in Superflex 12-team leagues, it's tough right now. Have you gotten any offers for Stafford, I guess?
No, just some talks, mainly from E. Kizzle.
Okay. Let's look at that team real quick. E. Kizzle. What's his team name?
He's in third.
The Mills Mafia guy? Sorry, I've got this right. I've got this sorted differently. The Amon Ramen guy.
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I mean, I don't know if... Yeah, okay, so this guy, what could he actually give you that's going to help you, though? I just don't know that this guy gives you anything that helps you here.
I was working Trey Benson.
Stafford?
Trey Benson's not a bad deal, but the thing with Benson is like he's more of a long-term rebuild play where you actually just need the points, which is why I'd rather hold Stafford and take the cheap points and move the high-end guys for elite production at the wide receiver running back position.
Man, this guy's loaded at wide receiver.
And the only way you're getting... So try to trade this guy quarterback, like, but not... Try to trade him Dart. Like, see if he'll take Dart and see if you can trade up to get Odunze or something. Or you can throw in your first... I don't know.
Is he really low on Rome?
He just traded for Rome in the offseason and was excited about it, but I don't know if he necessarily would.
Okay.
I think the best move here is just shop whoever you get the most for between Dart and like Dart, Herbert, and Baker. I don't even care which one. You just got to move some of that into running back and wide receiver, probably namely running back production.
Yeah.
But like, let me just scour the bottom teams
with that other move too. Chase Brown and Chuba Hubbard would be kind of guys that we would up tier from at running back.
Derrick Henry is on the bottom team in the league, a 1-8 team. You think you can get that guy to trade you, Derrick Henry?
He's not really into, but he was the same guy who did trade Rome away. So
Kyron Williams is on a 4-5 team, the Buster's team.
Yes.
You think you can get that guy? You think you can get Kyron? I would go for Kyron.
Yeah.
Kyron's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Josh Jacobs is on DJ and his disciples or something like that. Do you think he would trade you Jacobs? He's 4-5. That's the Jamar Chase team.
Yes, I've been trying to get a trade with him. I did.
Let's look into that.
Well, at least he's talking to you.
Yes, I got Saquon off of him. Made a trade right at the end of the offseason, or right before our draft. I got Saquon and what ended up being Jaden Blue for Kenneth Walker and Travion Henderson. So I don't know if I won or lost that one yet, but I was looking for the RB1 upside of Saquon in this year.
I think you might won, but that's just I think you still won that deal, but I would say try to get Jacobs and maybe even do the Chase Jacobs in the same deal where you trade Neighbors, a first, and a quarterback to him for Jacobs and Chase. Yeah. That would be a killer deal.
Yeah, I would still try to do that. I would still try to target Henry too.
Yeah, Henry's on that bottom team.
Swing that would be great.
If you can, I mean, yeah, but otherwise, it's really just about plucking out the contending high scoring guys from the guys that are actually active and you can actually talk with. But in terms of who you need to move from your team, again, it's
Neighbors,
moving one of those quarterbacks,
Baker Dart,
moving off of Neighbors, up tiering from one of your running
Brown,
backs,
Chuba.
and then you'll probably be in good shape.
For sure.
So, yeah, suggestions and comments on this team. Again, I would trade both of those first to try to win this year. You're really just trying to up tier at running back.
Yep.
I would, again, shop all your quarterbacks and take the best one.
Yeah, really our priority here is your RB2 spot needs to be improved. We've got to replace Neighbors with production immediately because that'll work wonders for your starting lineup. And then QB, like Avery said.
Yeah.
Gotta offload some of that QB value and reinvest it in guys that you can start every single week.
Do you have any questions?
No, it's cool doing a live blueprint here.
You're the first person to ever do this. Like this, I prefer this. I wish everybody was here for this because it's honestly really easy. Like I love asking questions. This gives us more specific advice. This is a good team though. You have a ton of value. You're second in the league in value. You got Rashee Rice back. You're going to score more points now, and you have the first. Like you just have to move your resources around. You could easily win this league.
The reason why my points for is so low is weeks 3 through 6. I mean, I had Addison and Rice not starting the year, and
Lamb was out.
Week 6, I mean, my wide receiver one was Parker Washington. So like it was, which in hindsight now looks like a good thing, but I was not feeling well. Week 6, it was tough for me. But I felt it was also interesting to get the well-rounded. I just watching the content thought I would be more of a wide receiver factory.
So you're close. But a lot of times, like when I see it, honestly, You could have been a dual QB. You could have been a wide receiver factory because we were deciding between both. We went well-rounded. You could have been a wide receiver factory if you didn't have the QBs. Like that's kind of what was like, okay, you've actually kind of got a lot of value at all positions, including picks.
And you have a good high upside tight end too.
So you could be, but like I would probably be more inclined to give you a wide receiver factory if you had like 2 other wide receivers in the top 30 there. It's just you have 3 guys in like a fall off, which in this format isn't a bad thing. But you were close. You're kind of a wide receiver dual QB, so at that point, that's what we call a well-rounded team. So either way, it's all semantics because this is a good team. I think you have the value to win this league easily. So go win it. I mean, let us know how it goes.
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to know.
Hopefully I do.
I gave you some free trade questions just now, so you can always submit to that. And of course, you have my Discord. You can message me anytime. But again, appreciate you bringing us down on the field, man. That was so sick. Like legit one of the coolest things that like made my weekend. So
I appreciate you guys. It's cool being in the studio. It's kind of weird not watching you on the screen, but it's cool from being this side and listening to you not at 1.25 speed.
I don't know how you listen to me at 1.25 speed.
I don't know how you listen to me on not 1.25.
Yeah, you have to listen to him on not 1.25. But
Nathan is as quiet in person as he is on the stream. So
that's true.
I used to get in trouble from the editors for that.
Yes.
And maybe I still do, and they just don't say anything anymore. But
yeah, it's better.
They probably gave up.
You just got to get them fired up about something. There you go. Back into
okay. So. When I turn into Jerry Seinfeld, it's a little easier probably. But
all right, you're the man.
Thank you. And happy birthday, Nathan.
Yes, happy birthday to Nate, everybody, if you didn't know.
Thanks.
It is Nate's birthday, so we are celebrating that today. But again, W. Adam in the chat. I know the chat was giving you love, dude, because that was cool. So we appreciate you, man. And now I have a connection at IU because I go to the games all the time. And if he's there, it's like, oh, Adam's working tonight. I can just message him. So that's pretty cool. That was legit one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was awesome. So, all right. Okay, let's do some trade questions here real quick. Danik's here. What's up, Danik? Good to see you, buddy. Let's knock out your trade question here. You're asking about in a Superflex 12 team, Bucky and Kraft you're trading away for Jacobs and Kittle. He said undefeated. This is a no. What to counter? Yeah, no, because Bucky over Jacobs and Kraft over Kittle here. So you just need to get something back here. Let's see. I just don't like this. I honestly would just hold here. Just buy Kittle independently if you're looking for tight end help, but I would just rather hold Bucky. Bucky's going to be very productive. If I had to give you a counter here though, I would say, what can we add here? What would even make this even? I'm just not seeing a lot. I don't like the structure of this trade, to be honest with you. If I were you, I would just go buy Kittle independently, Danik.
Yep.
I don't want to trade Bucky for Jacobs. That's a lateral move. They're in the same tier dynasty-wise and production-wise rest of the season.
I mean, you really had to. As a contender, you just move from Kraft to Kittle.
Yeah, and that's fine, but I don't want to do the running back swap.
Nope.
All right, PR Fit says 27 early mid first for Walker and Dobbins. Do not do this. Hold your first. You got to get better for the first. Oh. You're giving away your first for 2 guys that you're feeling questionable at starting every week in a 12-team start 11. I think it's a deeper league, but I think you can do better here. I would hold. And then M Fairback here. This is a 32-team dynasty league. 1 QB start 8. It's a 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end. Hurts, Pollard, and Schultz. You're getting for 2 early firsts. If they're
2
really
firsts and Burden.
Yeah.
Can you scroll down? Is there anything else?
And Pierce is valuable in this format. If you're really getting
32 team.
If these are really early firsts, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, they've got to be like by early firsts. It can't be like a top 8 pick. It's got to be earlier than that. Well, so first, this is something that we've seen in our 32 team, the draft capital that's traded away for some of these guys. I don't think people understand how very valuable those early firsts are and how not valuable contending.
So like in a 32 team, if these are like even the top 6 picks, I'm doing it.
Then yeah, sure.
But I just try to get more, but I'm good with this Fairback.
Yep.
So appreciate you.
Just make sure that they got to be early for sure.
All right, I think Deshaun is up next, right? I don't need tight end. I have Kincaid. Yeah, then Danik, I would sit tight.
Deshaun is up next.
All right. Deshaun, let us know if you're here in the comments. We appreciate you, man. Looks like you spent a couple days ago, so you might not be. But we're going to take a look at your team here. This is a Dynasty Superflex 12 team start, 10 PPR is a 1 point tight end premium. Deshaun says, just made a trade for a first and give them Derrick Henry and Tyron Tracy. That is an amazing trade. Want to know if there's any other trades you should do during the season, or should I just wait? Comfortable trading Pittman and Adams if needed. What's his team name here, Nate?
Deshaun
825. I see it. All right. Number 6 in the league. You are 3-6. So from a record standpoint, you're 10th in the league. You look like you're a clear rebuild here. Let's grade this out and we'll see exactly where you're at. Again, 12 team start, 10. Goff, Stroud, McCarthy, 6.
It's almost a 5. It's
Yeah,
getting
it's
really
5.5.
bad.
Bucky, Trey Benson, and Kendra Miller. I think that's like a 4.
Yeah.
Tet, Garrett Wilson, Adams, Addison, Pittman.
6.
It's a 6. And then Gadsden, I would give a 6 as
6
well
as
at this
well,
point.
yeah.
You've got 2 first. You've got yours. And then
This is a true reload.
this Destroyer guy, he is the top team in your league in terms of value. Looks to be pretty competitive this year, but you do have a late first and an early first. 1 year reload, contend with here. You look, you 5, 4, 6, 6 across the board is not bad. We just, we'll shore this team up and move some value around here to invest in some more insulation, I think. But Gadsden was actually a huge hit for you on this team. So, All right.
All right, you know what our first move is?
Yep. Stroud is.
I would go Stroud for another position.
Okay. I don't know if you want to do Stroud or McCarthy, but I'm down with Stroud.
And then I would pivot from McCarthy. I would go get Darnold.
Yeah. Yeah, just moving around to
man.
guys we're more comfortable with at the quarterback position here.
Yeah.
And in some cases, in a lot of cases, they're cheaper as well.
Yes. And then our third move here is probably on this team, you got to move Adams and potentially Bucky.
And I would probably, he mentioned Pittman as well, depending on what you can get for Pittman.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Addison, Adams, and Pittman all stand out to me because their value upside is very capped, right?
Yeah, and Golden, I think this is a good example. If you can't get anything for Golden here, you have to just hold him.
You just hold him as a reload.
Yeah.
Let's do all those receivers. Pitty, Adams, and Addison. I hate it when it does that. It's okay. Higher value upside. So yeah, you get the gist with all 3 of those receivers: Adams, Pitty, and Addison. Bucky is another guy I'm going to add in the comments. I would explore offers for Bucky, see if you can get another cornerstone wide receiver. Another cornerstone wide receiver or Hampton plus. Hampton at this point is not looking to return until at least at the very earliest after the bye week. They're going to be, if there's a team that owns them in this league that needs production sooner, I would go ahead and potentially consider Hampton.
Yeah.
And then I'll add in the comments again. I couldn't fit it. I have Adams and Addison on here for higher value upside. Or I have Pittman and Adams here for higher value upside. I will also add in the comments. Shop Addison for a wide receiver with, wide receiver 1 upside. Insert Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's a pretty decent investment right now. We feel pretty comfortable about his talent level. Again, transcending and being able to produce at a pretty decent level in the future once he's back healthy. So a couple of bonus targets there in the comments with Hampton and Travis Hunter. As far as guys in the value range of Stroud, when you're moving Stroud for another position, let's check that out. Let's go get Marv on this team. Also have you target Scattaboo for pretty cheap. Like if you want to move one of your veteran wide receivers like Adams for Scattaboo, then you could do something like that. And then another cheaper wide receiver target that you could gun for on this team. Again, in the comments, I already mentioned Travis Hunter. Another guy that I like that I think is pretty affordable is Zay Flowers. I think he's pretty safe. JMO, I don't think is a bad price at all right now, honestly. If you just want to play the value fluctuation with JMO, anytime he has a couple of games that he can string together with 15 plus points, he always shoots back up, and then you sell him high. and then you buy him low and sell him high. He's a very liquid asset where you can kind of buy in and then sell away any given month, really. So those are a couple options there. I'll give you Flowers though. So Darnold, Scatterboo, Marv, and Zay Flowers are going to be the targets for this team. Any more comments here? Hold the extra first that you have in 2026. Hold all your future picks and let them reach peak value as you look to build for the future.
I will say, once you get closer to the draft, I would shop that mid-late first. This year, I think my strategy with picks are I'm fine buying them now and holding them now. But then the ones I want to have come draft time are the early ones, and the mid-late ones this year, I probably am going to move. Mm-hmm. I just don't love the middle rounds. I don't love the middle of this draft. I do like the early part of this draft, and I do still think picks are undervalued compared to where they will be. Even though it's going to be a weaker draft class in the middle of the first round this year, I do think that people are still going to elevate it like they always do because that's what people do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So. All right, if you haven't...
Just because 26 picks have been buys has been an asset that's been a buy for a long time, doesn't mean it's always going to be heading up into May when your draft is happening.
All right, we appreciate you. If you have any questions afterwards, Deshaun, feel free to message us on Discord. Yeah, 7H John says this team isn't competing. Agree, this is a reload for us. Anyone who discounts Addison does not know ball. He's legit wide receiver 1 talent. I agree, he's very talented, but situationally, I mean, I think we know exactly what Addison is. He's just a solid wide receiver 3 in your dynasty.
He can't gain that.
It's not
much,
his talent.
He can't gain
his value
much dynasty value because he's always tied to Jefferson. And always tied to how much volume is going to be available there for him to consistently produce. And right now it's not looking promising because all signs point to McCarthy they're probably going to give him a full year in addition to this season of like a legitimate shot to develop.
That's also from Delusional Vikings Fan 18. So like that, it's kind of in the name. But
he
is great. Addison's great though.
We love Addison.
Adam says, why is the live blueprint so expensive? I use this as a cop-out, but legitimately it's true. We actually don't set the prices on the site for the team reviews, so you're probably looking at it as a non-member. But what we do to try to compensate for that, since we can't lower it, first of all, it's actually a demand thing. We actually get a ton of them, and we spend a lot of time on live streams. So if we lowered it, we'd actually be on here all the time, and we don't want to live on here. But what we do to kind of compensate for that is we do include it for free with the annual Mother Flockager with code domain, and you don't have to upgrade or anything. So it gets you, basically, you're just getting the site membership and all the tools on the site, and then you get the blueprint for free included with that. And so we just include it with all of our memberships. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, I've got the link in the comments here. And if you guys, again, the best way to get a blueprint tonight is to become a member, join the annual Mother Flockager with code domain. You get all of the site tools and you're going to get the free blueprint. So he did say very delusional. So yeah, you're self-aware, which I love about you. But we're not shorting Addison's talent. It's more of his value ceiling in Dynasty and kind of balancing that, if that makes sense. So appreciate you, Delusional Vikings fan. All right. We have a trade here. Dynasty Superflex, 12 team start 11. This is a big trade. Bucky, T, Diggs, and Myers for Jefferson. So Bucky and T.
Yes.
Jefferson?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Market is fair. I'm fine with it. I think it's fair, though. I think Bucky and T are 2 solid assets. But more often than not, I think in deals like this, you just take the best player. So I do agree with that. What's up, Messi-tron? Good to see you. Yeah, for sure. I'm a member, but for some reason it's not loading for me. That's very weird. That's very weird. It should give you a free one unless you've already used it. But if you're a member, then the live blueprints are 30% cheaper than what you're seeing without a membership. So, and that was your trade too. Yeah, even though you're a Delusional Vikings fan, we're taking Justin Jefferson there. So congrats on getting your guy.
Or Adam, you might be on the free trial if you just signed up.
Yes.
That is also possible.
Yeah, if you give me your username, I'm happy to look you up and see why it wouldn't be giving you a free one or this one. So long discourse, we've got you as well. Appreciate you. Would y'all trade Golden away for Rico and Wandale as a contender? Ugh. It's gross in Dynasty. In a deep league, I could see why that would help you this year. If it really is going to help you win a championship, then maybe. But that's just, you're giving up the upside of Golden for guys who just don't have a ton of long-term upside.
Yeah.
It's ugly, but I think it's.
I'd rather do like Rico and
try to get a little bit more sexy contending assets there. Even if you can. I understand why you literally
those are relevant for 8 more weeks, and then they're going to be priced right back where they were before.
Yeah.
With maybe a little bit of a bump for Rico, but definitely not for Wandale.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Wandale is.
Someone in some of my leagues submit a blueprint so I can finally find out what my league mates are thinking. There you go. There you go, Sturjoy. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. Yeah, drop a like on the stream. Again, we do have a blueprint giveaway going on, so we're giving away one of these for free tonight. We try to do this once a stream just so we can kind of get back to you guys. And so Sauce69 celebrating our beloved Sauce Gardner, our beloved all-pro cornerback one. It's amazing.
Do you know how ridiculous that's going to be? Like schematically?
Oh, they're going to be...
Schematically Sauce with Ward, and then Kenny Moore in the slot.
No, they're gonna be
that is stupid.
Disgusting in their secondary now.
It's
the first time. It's actually the first time in my lifetime I think they've had a secondary this good. Like,
yeah, they've never been big secondary investors, which I've respected.
They've had good safeties over the years.
I've genuinely respected their lack of investment in the secondary because they've always heavily invested in the front. Which I think is the way that you should build a team.
Ballard's a trenches guy,
but he's a trenches guy, and he's been a trenches guy for the last 5 years, and now they have the luxury of actually getting a star corner. So like this is, of all the situations, is the one where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just gotta pay off.
All right. Yeah. So again, Saw69. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. We're at 140 likes. Let's hit. If I'll say this, if we hit 200 likes, I'll give away 2 blueprints tonight. Currently tied for first here. This is from A. Clements. We appreciate you, man. If you're here in the comments, say hey. Have the bottom 4 teams in the next 5 weeks, but don't think I have enough to contend. You're tied for first and you have the easiest schedule in the league. Trade out there with the last place guy. Collins, Chase Brown, Debo for Golden, Higgins, Neal, first, second, and 2. I probably wouldn't do that. It's not bad though. Contender reload. Let's look at this.
He commented and he said the guy backed out of the trade. So
okay, so it doesn't matter. I probably wouldn't do that anyways. But let's look at your team here. Your first, so your team name is Clementines. You are 6-3. Points for your 5th. Points against your, 9th, but you're 6-3. Oh.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But he has Hurts. So it's just a matter of getting a buyer for Hurts.
He has Devonta Smith, and that's it.
I know. This is gross, man. Let me just look at some of the other guys. Let me look at your competition. The Lamb team's is pretty good. What's interesting about this league is
2 firsts in 2027.
None of the teams in here are stacked is one thing to consider.
Let's grade it out real quick.
None of them are that stacked.
Hertz is an 8 and a 1 QB. You've got Gibbs, Jency, Brees, Monty, which is very good. That really is your strength. And that'll be I'll give you a 9 there, and then you have maybe an 8 or a 9 at running back.
I'd go 9.
Devonta Smith, Golden, Ayuk, and then Higgins that's a 3 tops. And then we got Harold Fannin, which is, 4 or 5.
Give him a 5. Fannon's good. He's a great dynasty asset. I think we can.
We'll go running back heavy, contend, reload, because you do have capital. So here's a couple things that we can do. Number 1, you're 6-3, which puts your comfort level in moving your personal 26 firsts like pretty high, especially with the moves that we're about to make you do.
And you have an easy schedule. Like this makes the decision for us.
You got to move Hurts for an elite wide receiver. You literally have to do it, and then you ride out with Goff. Like we cannot keep going with that wide receiver room.
Hurts to an elite wide receiver. You have to down tier from Genty.
Down tier from Genty and or move Brees as well.
Yeah, in my opinion, like the move I like is I would down tier from Genty. Let's just look at the bottom teams of this league from a contending standpoint. Okay, the 1-8 and 2-7 teams. There's 3 teams here at the bottom. Do they have any respectable production guys? Running backs are tough. There's a 3-6 team with Bijan, which sucks. CMC and Derrick Henry are on a 5-4 team, and that guy's wide receiver below. As soon as this guy folds, you get those guys. Those are Chris McCaffrey is the key to you winning this league. Because you can also get Cortland Sutton in that deal, right? That's the key. You've got to wait till the CMC guy folds. If that's not possible, here are some other targets for you. I think the problem is everybody else has a winning record in this league. All the running backs from the top team.
What's the 2-7 team?
Well, here are the running backs down here we could potentially buy. Swifty, Chase Brown, and that's it.
Whoa.
All the running backs.
I didn't realize everybody in this league has a winning record.
Well, no.
Like almost all of them.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the top 8 guys have a winning record in this league.
Whoa.
So that makes it tougher, but I do think he has the value. Let's look at the value rank real quick. Where's he ranked at from values? He's fourth. I think he's fine. I think you have to contend with this amount of value. So it's just a matter of picking guys off as they fold. That's really like the main thing. I don't think I've seen him here yet, so. JP says he got his Flock Fantasy hat in the mail today. Nice, man. That's awesome. I'm glad this got sent out. This is tough because, again, you're just going to have to wait until guys end up folding. If nobody ends up folding, then woof. I hope your trade deadline... First of all, I hope you don't have trade deadlines in Dynasty at this point. I'm anti-trade deadline at this point, but I agree. Those are the two main moves, and then we could potentially... I mean, even like down... Yeah, I mean... I think what else we can do? We can move the first. We can take Golden in the first. And
I already said first.
Okay. What did you say to do with it?
Move it.
I know. I'm thinking like use Golden first to up tier there.
Sure.
So that's what I would do there. But I truthfully think that you are contending on this squad. I would hold your 27s, but I'd trade your 26s and go for it. Especially with the fact that you are going to make the playoffs. All you have to get yourself a second round bye, or a first round bye. You're currently second in the league, tied for first. I mean, or no, you're second.
So some running back targets that we had, what were they? Kyron and CMC.
No, it was Henry and CMC were on the same team.
Bucky's honestly not a bad down tier target from Genty right now.
If you should be able to get anybody as a down tier from Genty. I think Bucky's a great one.
Jalen Hurts when we are going for a cornerstone wide receiver. Do a check here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one QB, so we gotta check.
Yeah, we're gonna go for Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be fantastic on this deal.
I'm gonna give you mostly wide receiver targets here. Love Chris Olave. Chris Olave is definitely an achievable target. And then so is Jalen Waddle. Like, I'm not gonna go absolutely nuts. I'm not gonna get like unrealistic with your wide receiver targets that you need to get here. You just need to get adequate guys. And right now you don't have adequate guys at wide receiver. So Garrett Wilson, Olave, and Waddle. Tons of talk about Waddle getting traded today, by the way. Never happened.
So I mean, to answer your question, I mean, look, worst case scenario, you go for it this year, you don't win, and you can either reload next year or you go for it again. Who knows? But I think this year you've got enough value and you've got the record to do it and you're in the right situation. Go get a first round bye and you've got a 50% higher chance of winning this league and you've got an easy schedule. I think you're in it. I think you're in this heavy. I would definitely be going for it on this team. So we appreciate you. Right. If you have any questions, just send it to us on Discord. Drop any in our general Discord or DM Nathan or I, or be in our live streams, any of that. Happy to answer your question for you. We really appreciate you. All right. Next up is going to be Zach Jans. If you're here in the comments, say, hey, Zach Jans.
Hey.
Appreciate you. All the link to get to become a member and get the free blueprint or also get the a la carte blueprint is of course down below. I just posted it and you can follow the link there. All right. Zach Jans is one of our newest members. We appreciate you, Zach. If you have any questions, let us know. Of course, add Nathan as a friend request on Discord. We're very happy to have you.
Daydreaming about Sauce Gardner right now.
I know. It's very nice.
It's not a good thing.
Yes. So many injuries, he says. Do I hold tight for next year or do I trade off some of the youth injured players for win now players? It's a PPR tiered, so it's half point for running back, full wide receiver, 2 for tight end. Have a good rapport with following owners. Eat my treat. How do you say that? Do you say Ayahuasca? The thing that Aaron Rodgers does.
Oh, like the weird thing that he did? Like that.
Ayahuasca?
Dude, I don't know.
Ayahuasca trip, and then Houche, Jitter, and we're going to give them all trade targets from these teams. Live 414, and Paka Fan Ben.
Ooh, you got a good team, brother.
And then he says, these guys,
man.
This is really helpful when you guys submit, by the way. Chico and Kaz and CSTLO are not possible. I'm going to check trade targets as we go. You've got the top team. What the heck?
Brother, this is an elite value team.
Oh my gosh.
Drake May Daniel Stroud is a 10. Hampton, Henderson, Scattaboo, Benson, Charbonnet, Tootin Mason is your weakest area. That's still going to be a 7. Puka, London, Rashid, BTJ, Nico is a 10, and then
10.
Bowers a 10 with
Two
Gadsden
firsts.
and Fannin as
Elite
well.
value, contend here.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. You're 10 and how are you
That
10
was
and
easy.
8? How is he 10 and 8? Because he has injuries. So you've got Hampton that's injured, you've
All
got
right.
Scadaboo. Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take your 26 first, and we're going to trade away your 26 first. We are going to use it for production or a significant up tier.
When you have trade targets, let me know and I'll search them and make
Some
sure
sort of running back up tier.
Let me just sort,
another
let me sort by
move.
record
Another
here.
move that we're going to make here is we are going to take BTJ and we're going to up tier in your flex. Some rebuild reload will be interested in BTJ as they should be.
I would try to get
And then we're going to take Henderson
Lucky.
and we're going to go for production.
Lucky. Lucky's on a 7-11 team.
Yep.
With neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great move. Hold on.
He would be a taker for BTJ.
He didn't say anything about this team. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He said something about 9 teams, but he didn't say anything. Didn't say he has a good rapport with that team. Let me check this guy and see. I would give him Javonte Williams as a target on this team. He's got a good relationship with that guy.
Okay.
And Javonte's a great trade target.
So Bucky and Javonte for your running backs. And wide receivers, when we're up tiering from BTJ, I would love to get up to probably your most achievable up tier is like Drake London. Drake London is pretty reasonably priced. Oh, wait, hang on. I think you have
He
London
has
on your
London,
team.
right?
I lied. He has London on his
Yeah.
team. He also has Puka and Rashid,
I
just
know.
chilling.
He's just.
So,
Who are you trying to up tier from?
from BTJ.
I mean, yeah. You could go JSN.
You could, that's starting to be, really high. You could try Amon Ra.
Yeah, the live guy, he's got a good one. So JSN, he could do Amon Ra. Is on the Kaz team. He can't do Amon Ra. So JSN.
Okay, so
would be-
JSN.
yeah.
JSN's pretty pricey. I'll give you a Buka as a kind of a lower price one. So
Yeah.
Bucky, Javonte, JSN, and Ibuka are going to be your targets for this team. Again, what I really want to focus on here
Say Ibuka.
is, yep,
Checking that one real quick. He's on that team that I don't know about. So if you can't get those guys moved to value equivalent guys.
so
then-
I honestly would consider moving Hampton for a productive running back, for an immediate productive running back. A rebuild should be interested. Again, it's got to be a value equivalent productive running back in that range. We've talked about Bucky as a target. We've talked about James Cook right there as a target as well. Even if you have to pay a little bit extra to go up and get Achane, like I would do that too. But again, top priority here is raising production at running back. You are set everywhere else. Another thing that I would do, look into, you did lose Daniels. I would shop Daniels. Shop Daniels for a value equivalent QB or down tier to get a running back / wide receiver upgrade. So you can kind of use that move with Daniels to get one of these wide receiver or running back upgrades done that we've mentioned here. So that's another option for you.
I mean, to put it in the simplest terms, your team has as much value of any team we've ever seen.
Yeah, and you're 10 and 8, man.
And
like,
because
you've kind of gotten through
got through Rice
with Rice, with Hampton, with
Bowers.
Scadaboo. I mean, you've had
Daniels.
You've
Like,
had
this is
it.
a team.
You've gotten it rough, man.
But all
Every
your
single
guys
one
are-
of your players that you've had has missed injury time. Puka, London, Rice, BTJ. I think has Nico missed a week this year?
Yeah.
He did. And then
before the bye.
Bowers.
Every single one of his
and
players
Daniels
missed
and
time.
Stroud.
Every single one of his players missed time.
Yeah, that
But again,
is-
like you have so much value here, we can just move around, get some productive
This
running backs and win this league.
season
You're
in a
gonna win
bottle.
this league if you make the right moves. So
yeah.
And the tiered PPR, by the way, all this still applies. Again, this is a team. Again, This is a team, when you talk about the Bowers take and everybody wants us to answer for the Bowers take, we would have never, ever told this team to sell Brock Bowers. Ever in a million years.
There's no reason.
It's an elite value team. You're not making your flex spot better by selling Bowers in this team. It's all about roster construction strategy. It's nothing about player takes. Nothing about player takes. I'll scream it from the rooftop. But this is a fantastic team. Welcome to the elite.
Screaming it from the rooftops, or I'm going to get really mad.
Yeah, well.
Because I'll keep getting triggered.
I just learned my lesson. Again, even though that's the number one piece of advice I think we can give people, I legitimately don't think we can do it because it's just not worth the blowback that you get from it. People taking as a player take instead of a roster construction tip. So
we just got to change it. I mean, we've changed.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Zach, this team, congratulations on joining the Elite Value Club. We appreciate you, man. You're some great running backs away. You were some great running backs away from getting the 10s club as well. How many 10s overall? We have less than
we had 10-7, 10-10.
I know, but I mean, how many 10 overall, how many 10s across the board teams have we ever done? Less than 5, right?
Maybe not even 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we've only done 2. So all right, we appreciate you, Zach. If you have any questions, let us know. All right. Tom's Imfoul, are you here? Let us know. Appreciate you, man. Let's do this. If you're getting actual startable or solid rotational talent behind elite talent for picks, are picks worth it? If you're trading the picks for them, yes. You're probably, if you're drafting with the picks, I mean, the problem is you don't know if it's going to actually turn into solid rotational talent. And so hopefully, I hope I'm answering your question right here, but there's Thomas. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, man. If you have any questions while we're going through this, do feel free to let us know. Appreciate you being here, though. Drop a like, and again, Sauce 69 for the Blueprint giveaway. We'll draw for that here very soon. So, okay. All right, we're going to get started. We're going to grade out your team first here. I'll read your comment here first. In 4 of my 5 losses, I was the most points scored in the loss. Have you seen the Flock League? I know how that is. I don't really know what to do. I'm 4 and 5 without my first, so I let it ride or reset, try to get younger, get some picks back. Let's check out your team here. Your team name is JSNs in Paris, and it's a 1 QB 10 team start. It's a shallow league start, 80 PPR league. It's a 1 QB. You've got Lamar Jackson. We'll give him a 10 in a 1 QB league. You've got Achane, McCaffrey, and ETN, which I like. I'm going to give that as a 7, and Derrick Henry 7. Jefferson, Rice, Waddle, Sutton. I'm going to give that as a 7 as well. Almost an 8 there. Give you an 8 at wide receiver. You're actually pretty good. And then Kincaid and Kittle is also a 7. Almost an 8. It's a really good team. Well-rounded. Contend, reload here. Wow, I can't believe you're ranked 5th in this league. Is this a top-heavy league? It's just, I mean, the other teams are good. Man, the top teams are just solid in this league, man. Seems like the bottom teams just suck in this one. That's part of it. I like your team, though. So I think you're in good shape, to be honest. In terms of this season, I'm definitely letting this team ride. I think you can win with this team pretty easily. I think if you just get in the playoffs, you're good. But you mentioned you're 4 and 5. Now, again, looking at your points you're 4th. So, like, you're a playoff team here. In terms of your record right now, you are 7th. So you're 1 game out of the playoffs. You'll win, and you'll get in the playoffs here. Yeah, and you've got no picks. Which again, like that kind of helps us make the decision for you, right? I mean, you with no picks, you're not going to want to rebuild. Plus, you've got contending assets here. Like this is a very contending heavy team. Now, the one thing I am noticing here is you can actually make a couple of up tiers, and it will increase your flex spot upside, and that's going to really help this team. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Let's take ETN and Derrick Henry, and let's up tier there. Like I would try to get Josh Jacobs, I think, for that. And like, let's just look. If you have any comments about the trade partners we suggest, let us know. But I'm just sorting by record here, and I'm going to try to scour the bottom team of the league. Breece Hall's in the bottom team of the league. I would even maybe try that, but that's not a huge upgrade, to be honest with you.
Not production-wise.
Again, all of these running backs are on the top teams here from a production standpoint. It makes me sad. But I do still think you try for like either getting a Javonte Williams on this team or a Josh Jacobs on this team. Like those would be my number one and number 2 running back targets for you on this team. Just trading off Henry and Travis Etienne. See if you can't trick somebody into taking, like even moving Derrick Henry for Javonte Williams straight up in Dynasty. Maybe you can do that. If you can't, actually you probably can't. Everybody's pretty open to trading, honestly. I know them all very good. Okay, good. Then I'll just give you everybody. I'll just give you the guys who are going to be the most ideal. I would try to target Josh Jacobs and Javonte Williams on this team. One of them. If you can get either one of those guys instead of Etienne and Henry, it's an upgrade over both of those guys, and it's an upgrade in your flex spot. Because you're starting 2 running backs, and then you only have how many flex spots in this league?
2. We have Waddle and Sutton in there right now.
So Henry and Etienne on his bench.
Or Etienne, yeah.
Yeah, so like I think you up tier at running back. I think you up tier at wide receiver too.
I think you got to take Waddle and Sutton.
I think you take Waddle and Sutton and up tier. Because now you have Myers is pluggable and playable, at least. Yeah. You've got Romeo Doubs, who is pluggable and playable, but you're starting Jefferson and Rice, and then this third wide receiver that we're going to up tier to every week. Yeah. I'm going to look at the bottom and see, because Waddle and Sutton, I'd probably try to move him to a contender, to be honest with you. But
tell me a contender is Garrett.
Yeah, the guy's 5-4 with JSN, Romo Jones, and Garrett Wilson. It's a great wide receiver in this league. This guy's team is good. If Hampton's
Garrett's good target.
But Garrett Wilson's a great target there.
Nico in this format is also a solid target.
I agree with that. And Nico's on that second team with 6-3 with London, BGJ, and Nico, so you could try there as well. Just see what you can trade. Waddle's a guy where this market value is very fluid.
What are we doing with QB?
I was thinking I could make these moves without moving QB.
Okay.
I would just hold Lamar. I think it'll move
QB.
We just have
we have 3 of them, but I don't think Purdy and Darnold are going to carry on a Valiant 10 team to be really worth anything.
Yeah.
Feel free to use Kincaid and Coleman and Charbonnet as throw-ins when making some of these up tiers.
Yeah, all those guys. Again, in this format, those guys do not matter.
Mm-hmm.
Rashard Smith, Charbonnet, you can add to that. Sam Darnold, you can add to that. Terrence Ferguson, you can add to that. And honestly, I would trade Kincaid or Kittle, one of the 2, in a deal to get an up tier. So basically, what the end result looks like here is Lamar, Etienne and Chris McCaffrey, and then a better running back 3. Jefferson and Rice, a better wide receiver 3, and then like Jacoby to back him up and a Romeo Doubs to back him up from a production standpoint. Keon's an easy deal sweetener there, and then 1 elite tight end. And so basically, we have your 2 running backs, your 2 wide receivers, our 2 great flex options, and then 1 or 2 solid bench options, and that's it. The Brees owner wants Sharbs and Keon. Sold. Send both of them for Brees and call it a day.
Are you kidding me?
That's an insane trade if you can get it done. If you think you can just package those guys together for Brees, done. That will be a value win in the offseason. And honestly, Brees is, as a plug-and-play guy, can have more upside than both Henry and Etienne.
I mean, he is in this current situation.
He's matchup dependent.
Yeah.
The team blows now. They just traded away their 2 best players, but
which honestly might be good. It might be good for the stars on that offense, which are Brees and Garrett Wilson, because hey, let's say that their defense is just a total pushover like Dallas is right now and Miami. Guess what happens to those offenses? They have to pass the crap out of the ball, and that means dump offs for Brees, like dump off level back in, I think his 2nd year before Rodgers came in.
Yeah.
And
not for Brees, but I know he wants him. We'll see. Try to package them and see what else you have to add on top to get to Brees. See if you can package your load of garbage to get to Brees, because Sharbs and Keon in this league they are worthless.
Yeah, tell him
they have zero value. Give them both of those and give them something else on top and see if you can get to Brees. That's a winning move.
Yeah.
You could also you could try to buy low on Marvin Harrison Jr. on that team as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
So he might be a good trade target for you as well. I'm not sure if anybody will sell Marv after his good game, but it's just worth trying in that type of deal as
I'm
well.
sure some people would, because I think there's a good number of people that know.
I mean,
every double-digit game we get from Marv is going to be followed up with a single-digit. That's what some people are going to think. But Marv is a great dynasty investment.
I will die on the Marv hill. Marv looked good last night, by the way.
I mean, he's
good.
He's looked great in multiple games this season. We know it's not his fault. Like his RP last year was really solid.
Yeah.
Like it was totally fine.
Yeah.
There's no issue with Marv.
So you've got that.
Once they figured this out, clean house at the end of the season and kind of bring in another guy, be it through the draft or, they trade or sign a QB in free agency, like who knows. I think Kyler's deficiencies as a downfield passer have definitely been magnified. which is just, surprising. It's just not something you would have expected because in Kyler's earlier years, I mean, he would just feed the crap out of DeAndre Hopkins. Remember those days?
He said, I actually traded Marv for Rasheed earlier in the season, like week 4. That was a great move. So, but you still could try to buy him back. If it's not possible, I guess not. But I think, people say you can't sell to buy, but I think you absolutely can on a player like Marv. So still, I would still be open to taking him back, but that was a great move and absolutely worth moving off of him for.
Yep.
Aiden's applying for jobs so I can buy annual motherfucker. I'm rooting for you, man. If I had a job here, I'd give it to you, man. I promise. Oh, man. So hopefully that makes sense in terms of what we want your roster to look like. Hopefully that. Do you have any other questions on that? Because I think there's a pretty clear team for this, or a pretty clear path for this team to be very competitive here. So, what are you laughing
at? The next team.
Nice. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, Thomas. But we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you being a member as well. If you need anything at all, you've got Nate and I here for you. So that goes for all y'all. Shane Lee 412 here. Ted McMillan for Christian McCaffrey and Chris Olave here in a Superflex 10-team start 10.
Dynasty, that's a contending move. Definitely a contending move.
I would do it.
I'm okay with it.
I would do it.
I mean, you're essentially doubling your production every single week. Worst case.
Yes, I would do it.
Best case, you're tripling.
You're probably winning a championship with that move, and I think it's worth it. I think it's worth every penny. For a Burden Downs and a third for Waddle, I'd take Waddle. I think it's close to fair, but I would take Waddle here. Take the best
Give
player.
me Waddle. Drake May is love. Drake May is life. Says, please
Thanks,
help
Thomas.
me. Please help me. Drake May is all I think about. He's my whole life. I appreciate the Dynasty content. Please take a moment to talk about my king, Drake May.
All right.
Should I sell out my second round picks for an old vet? Tried to sell BTJ, but no one is buying. Opinion on JJ. I'm waiting to sell him 4 picks. How much do you want to bet that he bought a blueprint just because we talked about Drake May being our Dynasty QB?
Hey, that's why it always pays to gas up people's favorite players, right? Let's take a second. Let's.
I can totally relate because Puka Nacua is all I think about, and Puka Nacua is my whole life.
I wish I had a player I love that much, but I don't now.
I'm not kidding. When Danny was like, "Hey, you want this Puka jersey?" I'll pay him for that jersey.
Yeah,
I need a third Puka jersey.
I
don't have 3 Colts jerseys. That's not true. I do have 3 Colts jerseys.
So he did say talk about Drake May for a second, so we can take a moment and talk about his king, Drake May. Look, Drake May, I announced tonight, is my quarterback 1 in Dynasty. He's up there with Allen and Lamar, but he's my quarterback 1 for all intents and purposes. I think that Drake May is one of the best assets to own in Dynasty Fantasy Football. Congratulations on owning him. Congratulations on being early on him. Congratulations on having, again, as you can see, the number 1 player in my Dynasty rankings.
Drake May alive.
Hayden says, CJ Stroud is all I think about. Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
I was there for a minute, and then I couldn't do it anymore. I love Stroud.
I mean, that's better than us. AR used to be all we thought about.
We're stupid, that's why.
Yeah.
All right, 12-team Superflex start, 10 PPR to half point, 10 in premium. I'm going to give that a 9.
Bye, Anna.
Yeah. Actually, it's probably a 10 at quarterback with May being the number 1 overall player, and you have Caleb and McCarthy. It's 10. That's a great quarterback room. Judkins, Javonte, Samson, Blue. Nice, got the handcuffs there.
4.
Yeah. Abuka, BTJ, QJ, DK. It's solid. 7. And then Pitts, Kelsey.
4.
Yeah.
What's our record here?
We will get Mendoza next year. That is very
17.
true. I will be obsessed with him in the NFL. I love him so much.
Dude, oh my gosh. Fernando and Garrett Wilson. Oh my
which
gosh.
Kyle said, oh, well, he's not the favorite to be the first overall pick. I think he will be the first overall pick. I'm going dual elite QB.
I heard because Ty Simpson technically is the favorite right now.
Yeah, I think he projects better than.
Which I like Ty Simpson.
I do too.
I don't know. A lot changes from here through the playoffs, and I think we're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot about both of those guys in the playoff run. And if IU makes it to the semifinals,
they will.
Then
they will. They're going to get a bye. They have to win one game to make it to the semifinals.
Do you think they'll get the bye even if they lose to Ohio State?
Yes.
I think they will too.
Because, that's being announced tonight.
I just heard that take. Oh my gosh, you're right.
They're 2.
Hey.
We should be 1.
Sweet.
We beat common opponents by more.
Let's look at all of them. Let's list them real quick.
All right. Real quick. Sorry. Forgive us, Drake May lover. I'm assuming you're here in the comments. Say hey. Okay, here we go. What the heck?
Here, I need to look at these too. CFP.
Where are
rankings.
they? Because they're the highest non-Power 5 team or Power 2 team or whatever. Yeah.
Is that a new like regulation that they have for the top 12? That the highest ranked non-Power 5
Yeah, but they don't
team?
get the it was that they got the bye, and now they don't
Now
get
they
the
don't
bye.
get the bye.
So they're the 12th team. in the
Well, I
rankings.
thought that was of because your big conferences are SEC, ACC,
yeah, okay.
Big 12, Big 10, and oh my gosh.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, you're
It's
right.
technically
That's
Power
it.
4.
That's
Because
it.
the
Yeah.
Pac-12 is gone.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah.
Pac-12.
So
Okay.
it's the bracket looks like this: Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, totally normal. Georgia, Ole Miss, SEC crap. BYU, they respected BYU, which I appreciate. Texas Tech, Oregon. I think Oregon should be much higher than this. Notre Dame, Virginia,
Oregon.
Virginia, and Memphis sneak in.
Oregon will be higher than this soon because one of Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss will lose again. Oregon's going to win out. And then BYU, I don't think BYU is going to win out either. They'll have BYU below Oregon. And I think there's a decent chance that Tech could lose another one. What's the rest of their season outlook?
I agree. The Oregon is being disrespected. We beat Oregon, and now they suck because we beat them.
Why?
Okay.
I can't.
No,
I can't do it.
Not.
I mean, talk about overrated. Notre Dame is getting rewarded for losing to two top teams, one of which now looks like actual trash, like Miami. Like, why is Notre Dame not being punished for Miami being not that good? We're going to talk about that? Hello, anyone?
Michael says, it's been 1 week. But you should have stopped there. It's been 1 week. Been 1 week, but I want y'all to admit trading Bowers for a wide receiver 1 is wrong because Bowers is wide receiver 1. No. The wide receiver 1s are JSN's going to outscore Bowers rest of the season. Mark my words.
Yeah, I do think it's ironic that a lot of people are coming back and trying to dunk on us after
1
Bowers'
week.
43-point game. Like he's going to keep scoring 43 points every single week.
No, I will not. If
No.
I stand by those wide receiver 1s will consistently outscore Brock Bowers. Book it. If they're not, come back at the end of the year. If we were wrong about it then, I will gladly say we were. But it's been 1 week. All right, let's get back to this. Drake May Lover, are you here in the comments? Let us know. So, Logan says, you guys go on an IU tangent every stream. I don't think you understand. This is the best thing that ever happened to us.
Can you let us have some fun?
Can we just be happy?
Do you know how much pain we've had to go through in sports? We're kind of trying to semi-cope a little bit because Andrew Luck retired in the middle of his prime.
We're still mad
And
about
Tyrese Halliburton's Achilles exploded
it's hard
into
to be
oblivion.
us. Okay?
Okay,
We just lost the finals. The Colts are fraudulent.
Yeah.
The IU's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
We were a basketball school, and now, the basketball team's not any good. So
we have to cope with that by loving football, which, we love football. So it's actually pretty easy.
yeah. All right. Drake, my lover, say hey in the comments if you're here. I still haven't seen him yet, but so your team is very good. You're a dual elite QB team. In terms of what we should be doing, you said, should I sell my second round picks for an old vet? Try to sell BJ, no one's buying. Opinion on JJ. JJ, I would move. Let's go ahead and move him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to that's our opinion is we're just pivoting to other guys we feel safer
Other
about in Dynasty.
position. And by the way, by moving off of McCarthy for another position, just get a cheaper QB3 to make up for moving off of him.
He's this team is 7-2. I just look at this team overall and I don't love the upside of the team. Second in the rankings, but fourth in points for in a 12 team. That's about how I feel about it. So but first in value. So definitely contending. I just feel like we need to shift some things here. Yeah, you said try to sell BTJ and you couldn't. That's rough because a lot of your value's there.
Majorly suck. Rip.
I think the QJ
Is there no way? Why would a rebuild not be interested in BTJ?
Because I think people legitimately think he sucks. I think it's just there are bad takes flying around about BTJ right now. He's so good, man. So I think you have to move around the QJ DK type value.
I mean, I would be yes, I agree.
And I don't think you can
pivot
package
from
him. I think
both
you
of
have
those
to pivot
guys.
from both of them.
He doesn't have the depth to package them.
Doesn't. And Myers, you got a nice little boost on Myers today with the trade news, but. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you have to down tier from Caleb Williams. We can let him keep Drake May because he's Drake May. He literally wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we'll down tier from Caleb Williams.
How cruel would that be if we told him to trade May?
At this point, I don't think you really need to down tier from Drake May right now.
No, but I think you can down tier from Caleb Williams and get some depth at your running back position for sure.
I just told someone to do that earlier today with the same QB room.
Yep. It wasn't him, was it?
No. Another thing that I would look into, by the way, is Judkins. I would look to pivot off of Judkins for like a Bucky or James Cook.
Derp Anthony says, IU is JMU Jr. Yeah, the thing about that is, I don't ever remember JMU being ranked in the top 2. So, no.
I don't ever remember JMU beating the Oregon freaking Ducks in Eugene.
I would say IU is what JMU could have been if they were a bigger, better school with more athletic resources.
Hang on a second. What is that profile pic? Is that Justin Fields with a Lombardi trophy?
That's not Justin Fields.
That looks like Justin
Who's
Fields
in your profile picture?
With a Lombardi trophy.
I don't know why JMU fans...
It says New York and it has a Lombardi trophy.
No, I know. I just don't know if that's Fields.
That's Justin Fields with a Lombardi trophy. We can throw this comment out the window because it is officially irrelevant.
He says JMU is making the playoffs this year. Yeah, in spirit through the IU team that could have been. Look, all credit to JMU, but like we don't do this with Alabama. Do keep in mind Alabama's entire coaching staff coached at IU at one point. Kane Womack was our defensive coordinator. Caitlin DeBoer was our offensive coordinator. That's an IU coaching staff. But it doesn't work that way, does it? So I have no hard feelings towards JMU. I don't know why JMU fans are kind of crappy towards IU fans. Anyways. Justin Fields winning the Super Bowl, correct. So I'll take things that never happened for 1,000, Johnny. All right.
That was pretty good.
Anyways, by the way, I had the Jeopardy round of my life last night.
Oh, did you?
Oh my gosh, and including Final Jeopardy. Like
who's running the show right now?
It's Ken Jennings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ken is the full-time host, but
okay.
Savannah and I play Jeopardy. I would have won the game last night, so I was some of my best categories. But I got Final Jeopardy too, so I would have won. Savannah was impressed, which I never impress her, so I was feeling so good about myself.
Dang.
You should have seen some of the. I mean, there was a compound words when I was.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude.
What other categories were there?
Well, so there was one. There's an Animal Kingdom category, which I'm pretty good with animals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There was, what else was there yesterday? There was a Good Morning America one, which is talking about like famous like days, like a lot more in the 90s. I got a lot of those, but I got a lot. I can't even remember them, but I got a lot of Double Jeopardy ones too. Which I know. So anyways, okay.
Nice. So McCarthy other position, QJ, DK, pivot, and then Caleb Williams down here. And I also mentioned in the comments, consider pivoting off of Judkins for Bucky or James Cook, given the more positive rest of season outlook.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go for the production. It's literally just all about winning this year. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, man. Do you have any questions for us? We did your review earlier.
We need targets. Probably want to focus on, okay, the QJ and DK pivots.
Dude.
What?
Thomas just got Javante for ETN. We just did his review. He just
traded
ETN
let's
for
go,
Javante,
dude.
Let's freaking go. That is a huge upgrade for your team.
I'm surprised that someone wants to do that.
That is the blueprint magic, baby. I love, no, we're not taking it that far. I love it when people are able to get their first trade done while we're still on stream. That makes me feel so good. A lot of whoa.
So
Scott's
we would do.
Comments.
I'll give you Michael Pittman as a target at wide receiver, and then I would pivot probably from QJ to I would just go get the production right now with Devontae Adams.
That's a big thing in my opinion, is getting that first trade done after a blueprint to kind of establish where you're going with your team. I've been thinking about that a lot.
Where would you down tier from Caleb to? Like Bake?
I mean Dak.
Okay, cool.
Daniel Jones.
Dak, and then we'll give him another running back target with that bigger down tier. You're probably looking at a Kyron.
Yeah.
Or Jacobs. I'll give him Jacobs. Dak, Jacobs, Pittman, and Devontae Adams. Any last words? Feel free to move your seconds.
Yeah, and he mentioned that. He asked if he should move his seconds, and move him in the deals to get some of these guys done. So, Caleb says it should be IU 1, A&M 2, OSU 3. I'm fine with any list that has IU at 1. I think that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they have the best resume in the country.
Where was A&M again? I missed that.
3rd.
Okay.
Which if they would have dicked around and put A&M ahead of IU, I would have raged. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it with the SEC.
What's A&M's schedule look like rest of the season?
they'll probably win out.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do they play? Do they have any big games? Do they play like?
No.
Are you serious? How did they avoid?
Get this SEC
how
schedule.
did they
play
avoid
Samford on November 27th.
How did they avoid Bama?
Okay,
Georgia?
no, I lied. They play Missouri and they play Texas, but I think they're going to win both.
How did they avoid Bama and Georgia? Did they not play Bama and Georgia this year?
No, they don't.
What? How does that work?
Oh, the SEC's the gauntlet though.
How does? Yeah, they all played.
Let me tell you, they're all just good. Like they lost Florida's actually good. We just don't know it. Texas A&M did beat Notre Dame, but
Florida's always good, and we just don't know
yeah,
it. And then they have a losing record every single year.
Fire
Right.
Napier. Or they already did.
They already did. Yeah.
Anyways. All right, you have any questions, Drake Maylover? I'm not sure I ever saw you in the comments, but I do want to make sure that you're good.
I peed roughly 20 minutes ago, and I already have to pee again.
That sounds like a personal problem. All right. We appreciate you. If you have any questions, let us know. But Derp Anthony's trolling us. You are not successfully trolling me. I don't care. I'm to the point where
literally all of you can suck it, and you can enjoy when IU beats the crap out of you in the playoff. Like, that's all I care about at this point. As long as the CFP is rational enough to rank them top 2, as they should for the rest of the year, then we're good. I will rage if we get to the Big Ten championship and lose to Ohio State, and then they don't give us a bye.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's
that will drive me up the wall.
I promise. They're not stupid enough to do that. They've said even like that that doesn't affect conference championship doesn't affect us though.
Okay, good.
So I can tell Adam is watching on a delay. So he's watching us do his review now, but we're actually in real time. So Adam, when you get caught up, just so you know that's what's happening. If you have any questions for us, drop in the chat. We're happy to answer them for you. So
Start.
All right.
While I go pee again.
Bird Gang 55. Appreciate you again, guys. The link the link is pinned to get a review tonight. Appreciate you guys. Drop a like on the stream. We appreciate it. We got Sauce Gardner today. We're feeling pretty good. Bird Gang 55. My JSN here, the top team in this league. I've had some pretty bad luck this year. I have a solid team. Wide receivers are great, but I think about selling Nico. I have an offer on the table, which you will see in my inbox, but I may have another of getting a 26 first back and maybe a Flowers or Shakir or a Pearsall on top. Looking for options, or do I stay? Thanks. Appreciate you, man. If you need anything, let us know. Say hey in the comments, by the way, Bird Gang, if you're here. We're looking at your team top in this league in terms of value, and let's grade it out. It's a Superflex 10-team start 10 PPR league. You've got Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones. Man, I want to give that a 6. Yeah, in a 10-team, it's a 6. Lots good top 3 there. You got Richardson too. Heck, is it 10? DeAndre Swift. We'll give that a 2 at running back. Wow. Oh my freaking gosh. That's a 12 at wide receiver. So give that a 10. That's crazy. And that's crazy. And then Fergie, we're gonna give like I'll give Fergie a 7 at this point. Wide receiver factory, contend, reload. This is the type of team, Adam, that I would give a wide receiver factory to. This is yeah. Like, this is the definition of a wide receiver factory. In fact, this isn't even a wide receiver factory. Like, you've got 5 of the top 10 wide receivers on your team in a 10-team. Like, that's absurd. So, definitely, but you see, the rest of his grades are, like, not great. So, what's up, Chef? Good to see you, man. If you have any questions while we're doing this, let us know. What a team. What a team. How are you 3-6? Yeah, I guess, okay. Yeah, let's just do the math. He didn't have Nico for a week. You've lost Neighbors for the season. You didn't have CeeDee Lamb for the first part. You didn't have Rice for the first part. And the rest of your team isn't very good. Yep. That's what it is. Wide receiver factor on a strike. I like that. Okay. Well, I'll just be clear about this. You're definitely contending. Your points for are still 4th in the league. You just have a really high points against. You're 2nd in the league in points against. And right now you're just 1 game out of the playoffs. So again, we are going to contend in this league. Look at these guys' freaking wide receiver room, Nathan.
Well, hello.
And he's got Parker Washington. I don't know how I don't have Parker Washington ranked, but he wouldn't be in my top 50.
He's ranked 121st.
Yeah. Okay. But he's 3-6. Think about it, because he hasn't had Lamb, he hasn't had Neighbors, he hasn't had Rashee Rice, and the rest of his team's not very good. So we just got to move.
Yeah.
We got tons of value here.
Move Neighbors for an elite running back.
Yep. So let's start with this, Chef. Have you tried shopping Neighbors at all? Plus, I have CD and Rice on bye this week. Yeah. Oh, we gotta do something about that. You've got to keep both of those guys though. Jefferson and JSN will carry you this week, but we got to trade the guys we can trade here. Like, you got to trade a quarterback. You've got to trade Neighbors. Have you tried shopping Neighbors though? That's my number one question. And let's start by sorting by record here and looking at the bottom teams and looking at the running backs here. Do any bad teams have a running back? Jacobs is on a 2-7 team. Do you think you can get Josh Jacobs? I'm going to give you him as your first trade target here.
Let's take Charbonnet and Mason, and we'll up tier from those guys. We'll take Tootin and Tracy, and we'll up tier from those guys.
Here's the thing, Chef. You said I don't think I'm winning the next 2 weeks. Number one, I'm willing to risk it. Number two, I think you could win out after that and make the playoffs still. Number three, I don't care, because these are all moves that you're making anyways. You're contending next year and potentially. I mean, like you are perpetually contending here on this roster. So I think you make these moves no matter what. You have to go for it. You can't fold with this team.
So, for example, I've seen some trades in the last couple of days involving Jahmyr Gibbs, because he's been a little more hit or miss the last few weeks.
Easy buy.
And he's just an easy investment. He's an easy buy where you buy any remote dip that you're going to see in his value. The fact that he's even tradable right now is pretty nice. So that's what I would.
I would rather not trade. I would rather not trade Nico for just 2 firsts. I'd rather get something that helps me win. I'd rather trade Nico for a running back.
Yeah.
So I would even probably be willing to trade him for Josh Jacobs.
Moving Neighbors for running back and Nico for running back.
That's where I would go with it.
Okay. So we'll go.
The rest
Gibbs.
of the team's great, and then use your seconds as well.
Gibbs, Bucky, and Jacobs are all good targets at running back. And then a cheaper guy. You just saw Javonte go for ETN. I mean, if you could package any of these lower guys that you have at running back and try to get up to Javonte, I would definitely try to pull that off. And again, I mean, like Avery's saying, kind of part of the reason that we're solidifying the fact that you may as well just go for it this year is you don't have your first in 26 and you don't have your first in 2027. So why would we reload if we have a chance to contend here?
With wide receiver Death Star, that's amazing.
Nice.
How do you feel about Flowers and my 26 first for Nico Collins? I mean, I'm fine with that deal in Dynasty. I would take that deal, but it's just not helping you win, because you're not starting Zay on this team. That's the problem. So like, if it's between that and getting a running back, I'd rather get the running back. I'm fine with that deal from a value standpoint. So it just seems like you want to reload really bad. I don't want you to. You should be contending in this league. It all depends on if you can get anything from Neighbors.
Again, I will reinforce: do not force a reload that you don't have to do when you don't have your 26 first. Here's the issue: if you reload and you try to not score a ton of points, you are guaranteeing that 26 first that you don't have on your team is going to be mid to early.
Yeah.
With this roster, which, I mean, that sucks. So there's literally almost no incentive for you to reload when you have this value on your roster, and you can get back up to being potentially 500 or above heading into the playoffs. I wouldn't be folding until you absolutely have to fold. Don't force a reload unless it's absolutely necessary. We don't take reloads lightly. When we give people reload outlooks, it's because we're basically saying there's no chance you contend this year, or you don't have enough value to make moves to compete this season. You have more than enough value to compete in your league this season. More than enough. You're number one in the power rankings for a reason, and it's not particularly close. Again, I've got all running back targets on here for a reason for you. Your QB room is fine. It's solid as is. You can shop one in a running back deal if necessary. And then another thing I would say is just again, I would target productive running backs from true rebuild reloads in this league, because again, you already don't have your picks. So Here's the thing, with all the running back targets that we have for you, not one of them is going to lose so much value in the offseason that it's actually going to cost you for investing in them. Jahmyr Gibbs is incredibly insulated, just as insulated as any other top cornerstone asset in Dynasty. Bucky Irving, incredibly insulated. Josh Jacobs, insulated enough that you'll have, even if you want to sell him off in the offseason, you're going to get plenty of return for him. Javonte Williams, probably going to get extended. If it's not in Dallas, it's going to be somewhere else because he's earned it. So every single one of those running back targets, again, we're not telling you to target Rico Dowdle. We're not telling you to target Chase Brown, guys that we know are going to lose their value once we get back to the offseason. Telling you to target like difference-making running backs that are going to put you over the top here and help you go on a run for sure, guaranteed.
So would you do Nico and Manungai for Jacobs plus a first, maybe? Yes.
Yeah, I would do that.
Heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yep.
That's a crazy trade for you. So yes, try stuff like that. And again, if you don't end up making the playoffs, it's fine. You're stuck with an amazing team. So you're going to be just fine, man. Matt, to answer your question, the reason he's trying to sell Nico is Nico in this format, if you look at his team, he's not touching his starting lineup. He can't start him. He desperately needs running back production to try to win this league. So that's why. With Manungai, it's worth throwing him in for a first there, I think, for sure. That's a good value deal so there for you. So all right. If you have any other questions, he says, feel like Avery in the Flock League can't catch a break. Yeah, and I feel you, but you gotta do what I'm doing in the Flock League. You just gotta power through and block out the haters. All right. We appreciate you, Chef. If you have any other questions, let us know. People are like, Avery just cares so much. Like, he takes it so seriously. Like, what do you want me to do?
Do you want us to not care?
Do you want me? Is it
not make clips?
I was gonna say, like, if
check
I don't,
out. If we don't care, then there wouldn't be a Flock League.
That's why I don't understand why people say that. I'm like, I feel like you should want me to care. People who get in the comments and complain are just miserable.
Yeah.
Like, just be cool. Superflex 10 team start 11 here. I think this one was from, I think I just saw him. I think it's from Good Hood 27. Finalizing one a second pair of eyes if y'all could. Yeah, we absolutely can. You're sending away Romo Dunze and Jaden Daniels here. Wow. Yeah. I'm good with this trade. You good with this trade? Getting the best player in the deal here. Well,
Daniels and Rome for
CD's best.
CD and Bucky in a 10 team 2 QB.
And you get Lawrence.
10 team, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think I'm taking it. Appreciate you, Chef. All right.
All right, Ricky.
Ricky Marr, are you here? Let us know. We appreciate you, my friend.
Traded 3 firsts to get Bijan. Not sure if that was the best move. Well, let's look at your team and see if it was worth it. You are 5-4 in this league. You've cleared out your picks. You've got Bo Nix, Brock Purdy. I mean, with you clearing out your picks, you're going to be contending without a doubt. Don't have a choice at this point. Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott in a 1 QB, 8-team league. This is going to be good for 6. Bijan, Judkins, Scattaboo, Krosky, Merritt, Tracy at running back. It's going to be good for a 7. Then we got CD, Rome, Tet, Ladd, Sutton, Diggs, Ridley. That's like another 7. I'm actually going to give you a 6 at running back and then a 7 at wide receiver. And then Jake Ferguson at tight end is going to be in an 8 team, like a 5. So 6, 6, 7, 5, we're going to go well-rounded. Contend. I'm going to go rebuild in the third year because you don't have any picks. You are 5-4 though, and it looks like you, again, just traded 3 firsts for Bijan. So adding Bijan after having already been 5-4 definitely is going to skyrocket your outlook rest of the season. So I don't mind that deal as a contender at all. Comment numero uno on this team.
Ricardo. Appreciate you, man. If you have questions, drop them in the chat as we go. I'll read them on the screen.
Your depth does not matter in this league.
No, it doesn't.
It is entirely meaningless. This is an 8-team start 8. You are starting 64 players on a weekly basis in this league, across the league. Depth does not matter.
Here are the guys that are completely useless in this format. JCM, Tracy, everybody below it, Manungai, Bigsby, and then everybody Sutton, Diggs, Ridley, Tesla, all.
Say Sutton is like
Sutton's nothing in this format.
And even in the conversation.
Mason Taylor's nothing in this format.
Yep.
Well, he could be a top 8 tight end, I guess, eventually. Purdy and Prescott, obviously, are in at 1 QB, you know.
I would be up tiering as much as possible.
Yep. Literally have the best 3 players at running back and wide receiver and call it a day.
Since you're all in to be a top contender.
I would definitely take, I mean, we're going to take, do you have any moves yet?
I was getting there.
Wide receiver up tier. Rome and Tet, Rome and Ladd. Just go get another elite guy. Get Chase, get JSN, get Puka, one of those guys.
Yep.
You can do it too. 2 for 1s. That's exactly right. Black Lagooner. He's on.
Probably let's do Roman Ladd.
Okay.
No.
I'm fine moving both. I'm fine moving Tet and Sutton and then Ladd and Rome.
Yeah, that's true. You may
You
as
could
well
just do
from all of them.
two 2 for 1s at wide receiver is the way to do it, I think.
Yep, that is fair. I'll go Ladd and Sutton and just Diggs if he means anything and up tier. Then we're gonna take Judkins and Scatterby and we're gonna up tier too.
Yeah. Yep. Go Tracy in that deal if you want to.
Yeah.
He said top contenders won't trade them. Yeah, let's take a look at that here real quick. I do want to look at, so the top contenders have all of the elite wide receivers in your league is what you're telling me?
What about your bottom?
Yeah, let's look at the bottom. Let's take a look at the bottom team. This is an 8-team league, so
There's a 3 and 6 team right below him.
3 and 6 team has JSN and Ibuka. Like
Okay.
JSN's the guy.
JSN.
JSN is the guy. I would say
Honestly,
Achan.
Igbuka I think is a fair up tier from Ladd and Sutton as well.
So I think this guy, Fall of Death, Achan's a good target. Bucky's a good target. Jacobs, Javante. This guy, heck, you should get this guy's entire roster.
Yeah.
He's 3 and 6, but I don't know how he's 3 and 6, to be honest.
Yeah, Achan's a great up tier from Quinshawn and then
But
Jacobs.
keep telling me, yeah. So top contenders won't trade. That's fine, but this guy's 3 and 6. This Fall of Death guy, he should trade his guys for you, right?
Yeah, that's comment number 2. If your top teams aren't trading, then target the assets off the reloads, rebuilds.
Yeah, and you've got some down here. But again, the guys I would target down here, Genty, Achan, Bucky, Jacobs, Javante, JSN, Emeka Ibuka. And then you're up to the 5 and 4 teams. Those are really like, if you're telling me the top guys are not trading, tell me about this Fall of Death team. Will he trade with you? He's preying on my downfall. I legit don't know who you would trade with here then, because we cannot up tier. Okay, surely though, if you're trading like a Romo, Dunze, and a Ladd, they will take a deal like that, right? Because those are very valuable dynasty
I'm not
assets.
gonna lie, dude. If you're literally just sitting in a league where no one wants to trade just for the heck of it, then
That's dumb.
That's dumb, and you need to get in another.
I would
league.
feel like that you would be able to move guys like Roman Ladd. They're still very valuable.
Yeah, because
pieces.
we're not gonna recommend that you down tier from any of
He
these
said
players.
he says nope. Frick. We're gonna have to get creative.
If you can't up tier, then you have to stick with your guys.
I mean, who do you think is the most realistic here, Ricardo? Who do you think is the most realistic?
If you can't up tier, then pivot.
We traded too much at this point. Yeah. Okay, who do you think is the most realistic?
I mean, you just traded 3 firsts for Bijan and an 8 team, which is very fair. So you've got to. There's got to be possible moves to make in this league.
I feel like
because
there's
you just did a trade for Bijan.
Okay, so then we pivot here, very actively. Then we pivot. Then we just go get. I'm gonna pull up my rankings, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the most productive guys that are the cheapest. So let's just do that.
I mean, our number one suggestion in this team still stands. You should be up tiering as much as you possibly can. So I would continue to pursue up tiers. But
like,
we'll pivot from Judkins.
Like, do you think you can get Javante Williams?
We will.
Javante's a good trade target for this team. He said Rello is the guy that he thinks he can trade with.
We will pivot from Scatterby.
This guy has Genty. We can up tier, so we can do Judkins to Genty.
Yeah,
I'm fine with taking the shot on Genty in this
mm-hmm.
league. He does have a Lave. Just doesn't have any super high upside guys at wide receiver. So I like that. Who are his quarterbacks?
Bo, Purdy, Dak.
Let's get Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels. Well, it's probably Josh
Again,
Allen.
he said he can't up tier.
Yeah, but the Rello guy, this is the one guy he says he probably can.
Oh, okay.
So if you think you can get Allen potentially?
Then we'll take.
Like, I would try to go get Devontae Adams then.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is a fantastic trade target if you can't up tier to the elite guys. Devontae Adams is one guy that you need to get.
I would take Tet, and I would rather flex another running back like an Achane. So I will still stick with that. Tet to a running back.
He said he would want picks. I don't care. Oh, you don't have picks. You got to try it without it. You got to try it without it. Literally anybody. Trade anybody to up tier here. Anyone. But you have to do one of two things here. I think your strategies here are,
if you can't up tier, you have to pivot to the most productive guys within tiers.
yeah, you have to do that. So you have to just do pivots. So like you could go in, for example, in my Dynasty Superflex rankings, pivot from Tet McMillan. The most productive guy in that tier is Garrett Wilson. Pivot from Tet to Garrett Wilson. Pivot from Romo Dunze. That would also be Garrett Wilson, but you could also do Emeka Ibuka.
Yeah, Ibuka was a target on here.
So you either have to, so there's really three options. Do the up tiers. If you can't do the up tiers, which you're saying you can't, it's fine. We're either going to do pivots within tiers, or we're going to get the cheapest, most productive guys possible. Javonte Williams, Devontae Adams, maybe a Michael Pittman Jr., something like that. You have one of those three strategies, whatever you can get done. Wonder when the ping pong paddle giveaway is. We giving away a ping pong paddle tonight?
Oh, we should totally do that.
We are doing the blueprint. I said 200 likes and we would do 2, but we've only had 171.
Yeah.
Oh man. What other comments or questions do you have, Ricardo? Because those are going to be like, those are the three strategies. One of them has to work. If your league is active, you should be able to get one of those three types of trades done everywhere in your roster. And you just have to upgrade. You have to just pivot to the most productive guys you can. But can you give him his targets again one more time?
Allen, Genty, Achane, and Ibuka.
Just gonna try to give you guys that are more achievable, but bug the frick out of your league mates to get these deals done, man. And, you know, do I consider age? Well, it's built into their dynasty value. If you're buying older guys, they're going to be cheaper. And so, no, I don't think age is a consideration here. Again, that's why I think Devontae Adams is a good trade target. If nobody's selling their top-end dynasty assets, to get Devontae Adams for cheap, he's producing like a top-end dynasty asset, but he's old, so he's cheaper. So you have to consider age, but age is baked in all these dynasty values anyways. And so in terms of like avoiding guys because they're old, don't care about that. Only care about winning. And you're going to keep your value very insulated in all your players anyways, because you're not paying a Rome for a Devontae Adams. So you're keeping Lamb, Rome, Tet, Ladd, Bijan, Quinshon, and also adding those productive guys. So secret for winning 8 to 10 team leagues is consolidating around elite talent. Depth is worthless. Bingo. Reach it. What other questions do you have, Ricardo? Again, I think you're going to be able to get some deals done if this is a very active league. So, was the Bijan move too aggressive? No. In a league like this, that's beautiful. I liked the Bijan move. More like that. We appreciate you. If you have any other questions, drop in the comments. We can answer them right now. But we appreciate you, Ricky. Let us know if you need anything. Good luck with these trades, man. Appreciate you being a member, dude. All right. Big Boy has a trade question here for us. This is Romo Dunze and Jamar Chase for Bucky, Devontae Adams, and Stephon Diggs here. Woof. Redraft, though. I'm not doing this. I'd rather have Chase here. I'd say hold here, Big Boy. I'd hold here. It's a start 7. I would hold. Mighty Thunder's got a Dynasty Superflex 10 team question for us. He got Rice, easy Rice. You crushed them, Mighty Thunder. That's incredible. Well done. Rice easy.
I was looking at some of my Rice trades that I made earlier this offseason.
Oh, I bet they're so sexy.
Waddle in a second for Rice.
Oh my gosh. Brees and Garrett Wilson. Brees for Garrett Wilson. Hall for Wilson, or late 27 first and Tootin for Nico. Oh, late 27 first and Tootin for Nico. Easy. Do the Nico trade. In this trade, I'd rather have Garrett Wilson, but do the Nico trade all day. That's nothing for Nico. That's a first. I like both of them, though. Do both if you can. So Wilson here. And then Rock and Davis. Redraft, very shallow redraft. You're basically consolidating here. I'm fine taking Chase here. It's an 8-team start.
8-team.
You're starting 56 players in this
Yeah, you take Chase.
Thanks, Ricardo. Appreciate you.
All right, we got JBLD.
Are we not worried about Adam's playoff schedule, Lucas? No, I think playoff schedule can be blown out of proportion. I'm not worried about it. I'm not.
It's blown out of proportion for good players.
It is.
For bad players,
it can matter. Especially like mid-running
like flex
backs.
plays.
Yep. All right, JBL, let us know if you're here in the comments. My booty be tootin'. That's a freaking fantastic name. Dynasty Superflex 10-team start 9 PPR league. I feel like I can compete this year. Haven't been able to move neighbors. 26 first I have is currently projected as the 101. I'd appreciate any trade targets and moves to win it this year. Thanks, my guys. Appreciate you, man. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll absolutely give you some specific advice here. We're going to give you some specific advice. Booty be tootin'. Third here in a 10-team. From a value standpoint, you're 5-4. Your points for are 9th in the league. Your points against are 5th. So, and again, from a record standpoint, you are in the playoffs as of right now in 5th place, but 3rd in value. So we will be able to make some moves here. And of course, you have Malik Neighbors on your team. Superflex 10 team. You've got Caleb, Daniel Jones, Bryce Young. They'll give it a 5. Hampton, Judkins, Jacobs. That's really good. That's a 9, probably 8 or 9.
Probably an 8 and a 10 team.
Lamb, Neighbors, Marv, Flowers, Burden.
7.
Yep. And then almost an 8 there. And then Warren.
I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, I think it's an 8. Warren, Gadsden, Loveland. That's a
9. Or
I'd give it a 10. He's got 3 top 7
very good
tight ends. That's really good. This is a high and well-rounded team. You've got a really good team here. You have Neighbors. That's like, I mean, again, when you have that much value in a player that is not scoring you any points from a dynasty perspective, if you are trying to win this year,
has lost minimal
he's not.
value.
He's not lost
really
value. That's the nice thing. Like if I'm like just spitballing right now. I mean, he's still ranked next to CeeDee Lamb. It says he's lost value, but it's fake value because he's still ranked 13th overall.
He's ranked in the same tier.
He hasn't moved. And I don't think he should move. I think it's a perfect situation where if you're a rebuild or reload, you take on Neighbors. If you're contending, you ship him to a rebuild reload. It's mutually beneficial.
It's very mutually beneficial.
So take notes, Adam. Take notes.
So we'll get production for Malik Neighbors.
That's a good one. See, that's part of it. Half of trading is psychological. Adam says he's using the how good is Dart look to angle. I love that.
This one I would move one of those tight ends
Oh,
because
gosh,
it'll help him get an upgrade probably at wide receiver.
I would probably move.
I'm
Warren.
probably in a 10 team. I'm looking at a Flowers up tier.
Yeah, I would
And
probably. Move.
I would do Warren
Because I think you can flex. I think you can start Gadsden or Loveland for the rest of the season easily. Komet is out for a while, I think. So
we'll take Tyler Warren, other position.
Jared's here. What's up, Jared? If you have any questions while we're doing this, let us know. But
and we will up
it's a good
tier
team.
From Flowers. I'm going to add in the comments as well. Explore offers for Judkins, see if you can pivot to like Bucky or James Cook.
Yeah.
Only recommending that type of move for a team that's contending. When was the last time that we had like 2 siblings that played at the same position that were both like really, really good?
That happened.
Dalvin Cook and James Cook.
Oh.
I mean, they're both like
they're both
really good at their positions.
I mean the Barbers. I mean, I guess they didn't play.
They weren't
the same position,
backs.
but still,
one of them was.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
But they're the last brothers that have both been very.
That
good.
were both phenomenal.
They come to mind.
I mean, the Watts, obviously.
Yeah, they play the same position.
Yeah.
But like in terms of a skill position, like I think you see a lot of father sons, but not a ton of brothers.
Yeah. You know, Puka has some sibs that have been in the NFL.
I did not.
Yeah.
Some rando guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Puka's. Dalvin and James were cousins. No, they're brothers. They're brothers.
They're bros.
Okay.
All right, so neighbors, if we're moving them for production, we've been listing a bunch of guys.
Yeah, and by the way, Jared, I just want to ask
strange.
you, just the same thing I asked Adam when we were doing his review. Have you shopped neighbors, and what has been like the consensus? I mean, if don't sell low, but if you can, London is a great one.
Flowers, when we're up tiering from him and probably including Warren in that trade, we would be looking at a real good wide receiver. Honestly, probably London is what you would be looking at. So I'll put London and Amon-Ra both as targets on this team. Actually, screw it. I'm putting Rashee Rice on here. In this format, I would move Warren and Flowers for Rice happily.
Easily.
So we'll go London and Rice as your wide receiver targets.
Says, yes, I've tried. I've been lowballed for him. Woof.
Well, what about rebuilds?
Yeah, can you try down tiering?
You gotta. Here's the thing, Jared. What I would do is I would probably rethink your approach, because what I would guess is you either put neighbors on the trade block or you haven't really said anything about them, and then you're just getting offers trickling in from people that are just sending out feelers. Feelers don't mean anything when you get down to like an actual, like if you can negotiate with a rebuild or a reload, I would try to do that instead. I would avoid putting a player like neighbors on the trade block, someone who's injured. Generally, what that tells your league mates is just, let's send them the balls. I think the trade block 90% of the time is like worthless. And again, I don't know if you've actually done that or not. But again, let's try an approach of, hey, sell neighbors, sell the idea of owning neighbors to a rebuild or reload and say, hey, I'm literally gifting you offloading points. And you get to get points taken away from your team without losing the insulation long term. That's what you need to sell.
Yeah.
There's no reason that rebuilds, reloads often, again, unless they're domainers.
And I've traded with I trade neighbors.
They don't want those points. So
yeah. But I've traded neighbors to domainers, and I've taken on neighbors in my own rebuild.
Yeah. So Amon-Ra, London, Rashee Rice, all as options, one of which would be pulled off by up-tiering from Zay Flowers and moving Tyler Warren for another position. And then running back is pretty much taken care of here. We could technically flex another running back. That is a possibility. I'll give you Javonte just because Javonte is so affordable right now. Kind of a flyer, cheaper target to supplement the higher end targets that we have for you.
Drew Conroy, yes, we would get to it tonight, by the way. Yeah, if you're looking for more like nuance and specific
maximize that flex spot
advice,
upside as much as possible and work on building up running back. You do, again, you own Hampton, you're at 5 and 4. I would also explore offers for Hampton. Consider up tiering from Hampton to like Jahmyr Gibbs.
I would.
Or pivoting to H-Chan.
Samuel says, do I do Jacobs and a late 26 first for Hampton? If you're reloading or rebuilding, that's a smash for me. Tough part is the rebuild teams don't really have any good trade options for me. Yeah, it's a good point. Let me double check these bottom guys. Let me see. Well, Jefferson's on a rebuilding team. 2 and 7.
Yeah, go get Jefferson.
Go get Jefferson. Like, I think that's just
Jefferson is way more achievable than you would think because his production has been.
Go get Jeff.
His production has been very mediocre.
If you have to pay a little bit on top, it's fine. I think you can do it. Again, the depth isn't as important in the start 90 league here, and you have a lot of it. So you've got some nice throw-ins here. Throw in Luther Burden. But like that's like the main guy down there, I think. Kenneth, you would need more than that. You would need more than Javonte for Travion Henderson.
All right, man.
Yeah, do you have any other questions here, Jared? Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, your team's great. Like Nathan said, I would shop some of the guys. He said, I'll try with him, but he sucks to trade with. Yeah, but hopefully giving him neighbors, like, I mean, and if you give him another, like, attractive piece there, hopefully that would push him over the edge. Let us know how it goes, though.
I'm not going to lie. There really is not that much of a gap between Jefferson and neighbors.
No, there's not.
Like there wasn't before the season started. and there really shouldn't be
No.
looking ahead.
No.
For a rebuild, there definitely shouldn't be, because he gets no value out of that production from Jefferson at all. I mean, you're going to get to a point where those values crisscross and you have Neighbors ranked over Jefferson in the near future. And again, it's going to pay off for you as a contender right now because you get his production.
Do we trade London in a redraft league? Do we trade London for Devontae Adams and Rico Dowdle? I like that. And it's a start 7. Do we trade London for Rice or do we keep London? I think London for Rice probably is the deal I'd like there. I honestly, all of those trades are very fair. Do whoever you want to have on your team, do it. I probably wouldn't do the 1 for 2. I would probably either keep London or do Rice. So. Samuel, I'm not sure why it's doing that to you. It's probably just a glitch or something. But I did answer your question, but in case you didn't hear it. If you have any other ones, you can just feel free to drop in the comments since it's not working for you.
All right, Long Discourse up next. He said, at this point, I probably should just sell. My team feels pretty good, though.
Yeah, this is the Booty Warrior here.
Booty Warrior, this is a 10 start 8.
Yeah, so it's a 1 QB 10 team starter. So shallow 1 QB league. We've got you at second in the value power rankings. In terms of your points for, well, you're 3 and 6, first of all.
Daniels is a 9.
Yeah, points for you are, will you let me finish just real quick? Points for your last. Points against you are 7th. So yeah, looking at more of a probably reload here. But yeah, like Nathan said, Daniels is a 9. How's 7th at running back? Gross.
I don't even know.
It's a 10 team? It's a 4, right?
I would even. Yeah.
You could go 3 if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Lamb, JSN, BTJ, Samuel. I'd probably give it an 8 still. And then Pitts, Arroyo is a 4 or 5. Yeah, I think this is just a reload.
Yeah.
This is just a 1-year reload, content for you. If you're here, Long Discourse, let us know, by the way.
Okay, so guys that stand out to me immediately at running back, let's get rid of the volatility. Chase Brown and David Montgomery, get off this team. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, that's really,
safe for long-term assets.
Chase Brown, you could sell high on right this second.
Jaden Daniels, I mean, he's injured right now. I guess you can hold him.
Yeah.
You can shop him if you want to. I honestly don't have an issue with that because I just don't really believe in holding kind of the top end QBs in 1 QB.
I don't either.
Formats.
I would shop him and see.
Let's shop him. Change my mind. We just don't really, as for reloads and rebuilds, really don't like investing in the onesie positions in a 1 QB format. It's QB and tight end. Then we will take Debo and Pitts, and we will go higher value upside there. Debo, Pitts, Ridley, Pacheco. So some of the bigger names, when we're moving a guy like Daniels in a 1 QB, I would go ahead and target a Garrett Wilson or a Tet McMillan. Tet McMillan is very achievable in Dynasty right now. He's a good target as well. Let's go Garrett Wilson, and then for a cheaper, since I want to give you a cheaper rookie like Hunter. Cheaper.
Yeah.
Looking at Chase Brown, Monty, Debo, Ridley, Kyle Pitts. You should be able to swing a Scatterboo, which would be a nice addition to this team. And then just take a flyer on Ayuk this season. It's kind of a mid-season market play. If he does come back at some point in the second half of the year, then you can ship him off to a contender or someone who's interested in him and try to get a value in there, try to get picks or something.
You say where those first were?
No, I did not look and see.
Let me check.
I
First one is
all of them regardless.
the flame guy. That's the potential 101 here. Maybe not. He's got a lot of points, but the worst value team, and he's 8th in rank. Depends on how it's decided, but that's a great pick for you to have. And then maybe in 2035 is like a middling team there. So points for that one is 8th. So those are both good first for you. Okay, 27, I would hold your own 27 as well.
Don't be afraid to invest in injured cornerstones at a discount for you. It would make a lot of sense to target Neighbors or a Hampton. And if you can get either of them at a significant discount, I would definitely capitalize on that opportunity. Like if you could move Daniels or like even BTJ for one of those guys, I would definitely do it.
I would too.
Don't worry too much about QB and tight ends. Focus on the skill positions. Focus on running back, wide receiver.
So I would say, you said it should probably sell. I would just say you're just reloading here. You've already got most of your positional value in quarterback and wide receiver, which we love, but primarily wide receiver in a 1 QB. So that's kind of what we're going to go for here. But with the pick value you have paired with the 3 elite wide receivers you have, you're in good shape. You're second in value again, so you're going to be just fine. So if you have any questions along Discord, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to help you out with this. Continue to follow up with trades and things like that. We appreciate you getting the blueprint. If you need anything at all, always let Nathan and I know. All right, Reed's got a trade question here for us. Genty, a first and a second, and a 1 QB 12 team start date for Bijan. Contending, scared of the Raiders' offense. Low late picks. The 27 late, Genty. If you're contending, I'm fine with it. Market is fair. I'm fine with that trade. You're getting a pretty big production upgrade to Bijan right now. Yes, Sturjoy, you would need to get a live. We're doing David Dixon at the end.
Yeah,
I saw him here, by the way. So
we'll make Dixon's our last one. Whenever we decide our last one is, he'll be our last one.
Okay.
Unless he's here. If he's here and wants us to do it.
So open spot wise, for those of you who are like Sturjoy, we have probably 1 or 2 more open spots. So if you want yours done tonight, we'll take the next 1 or 2, and then that will be it. All right, Whitney 62. This is Pogue Mahone. This is a 12-team Superflex start line. It's a non-PPR. It says 1 point PPR actually, so it has 1.5 times premium. It does say it's PPR league. Looking to upgrade. Traded Jacobs in a second for a mid to late 26 first, a third, and Trey Benson. It might work out. Let's look at your team here. Scroll down. 12 team. We got you at number 10 here. Start by grading our positions here. Superflex, you've got Daniels and McCarthy. That's a 6. Right?
Hang on a second. He made a couple notes here. He said, looking for good trade targets for next year so I can contend. Seems like a difficult league to trade in, being the first year. We've all played Dynasty. Actively trying to make my team better. I just don't know what to do. So sweet.
And Adams is here. Appreciate you, man. Glad you got this figured out, by the way. I didn't know you had submitted, so awesome. And David's here. Yep. We can go ahead and... You want us to just do yours, David? We can do yours after this if you want to.
Yeah, if
he's here, I'm sure we can.
Yeah, so. if you're here and you're good to go, I know you just wanted us to wait until later in the stream, so we're happy to do that whenever you're ready, because yeah, you got priority.
So yeah, what are you thinking? So sorry, I missed the comment.
Just looking for essentially reload.
That's what I thought. Okay, Jaden Daniels McCarthy, I gave a 6. Is that right?
Yeah.
Walker, Benson, Johnson, Jones is like a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We'll give it
3 is fine.
3. JSN, Lab McConkey, Mike Evans, Alec Manor.
5.
Yeah, and then TJ Hawkinson, David Njoku is like a
4.
So, 1 year reload, contend, and you kind of mentioned you're looking for reload, rebuild targets, and that's what we're going to give it to you. So, appreciate
2 first in 2026, which is good.
Yeah, and you've got your 27, so make sure you hold all those future picks. But really, right now, it's about just moving off of some of these guys that have more, shaky outlooks for the future. I'd say Kenneth Walker is the most obvious one. And Aaron Jones, you could package in that deal as well. Just as
actually,
sweet.
Kenneth Walker is a reload. I think I would hold and wait to move him until after he signs, right?
Yep. That's a good point.
Kenneth Walker was a sell as a reload in the early part of this season because he hadn't lost so much value.
I mean, if you could get a first form, I probably still would. But
yes, yeah, for sure.
But if you can't, which I'm assuming you can't, then I would just hold.
I think that window is closed, unfortunately.
We're gonna give you a JJ McCarthy pivot.
Yup.
We're gonna give you. I would probably give you a Jaden Daniels down tier on a read like this.
Yes.
Even though you maybe would be selling low, but I actually don't think you're selling low. I think you're selling at Jaden Daniels' new value.
Yeah.
I've been trying to shop Walker, but no dice yet. That's fine. Again, like Nathan mentioned, he's gonna be a free agent, go to a new team, and get a huge value upgrade, and so we're fine holding him at that rate. Definitely fine holding him at that rate.
And then our third move here is going to take Hawkinson and Njoku, and we'll go other position. Just not really worried about.
Yeah, just trade away the tight ends. I mean, surely there's a team and a 12 team that could use the tight end, especially in a 1.5 tight end premium. They might flex them even.
Yeah.
I don't want them.
We're pivoting off of McCarthy. Darnold as a target.
Yep.
Other thing I'll add in the comments as well. Aaron Jones, Ellick, Shaheed, Geno. I would shop every single one of those players. Parker Washington, Chubb. Got to shop every single one of those guys as contenders for any relevant future draft capital or any higher value upside player. I will give you 2026. You're already getting 2026 rookie picks, so that's good. When we're down tiering from Daniels, where do we want to go? Do you want to go all the way down to Burrow?
Yeah, I think Burrow's a great
Go to
buy for this type
Burrow.
of team right now. He's going very cheap right now, so
Yeah, then I'll give you multiple wide receiver targets.
if you tried any of these at all, please let us know. But
I like, we've been talking about Marv. I think Marv is a really solid target. I think
agree.
another value upside target right now is Travis Hunter.
We're just
I think
gonna-
Travis Hunter is very affordable.
Yeah.
Going on IR, it makes him even more affordable. Travis Hunter was starting to rise a lot, which is, again, once he was going to have some big game, knew it was going to happen, and then just, unfortunately, went on IR and something super fluky on a Wednesday practice. And now you've got another little buy window. Again, for Travis Hunter's name value alone, he did fall very far, but once you saw that glimmer of production, you saw a little glimpse of production, immediately, I mean, he was running up that board so fast, it's not even funny.
so yeah,
So
he's
that's going to happen
absolutely worth
again.
the
He's a
upside buy.
good investment. That was a good indicator for us, and I think honestly, it gave me a little bit of comfort in knowing that, like, yeah, Hunter's going to be a good investment for any rebuild, because it's not going to take much for him to shoot up boards. So Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, Marvin Harrison, and Travis Hunter are going to be your targets here. Pivoting off of McCarthy, Daniels down to your Hawkinson, and Njoku other position.
He said Hunter might be doable. Most teams want the better value for sure. Well, just find where their values are skewed and take advantage of it.
Yep.
Every team in Dynasty is always, every good manager is always going to want to make a value win. And you know, honestly, value wins are great for you, but in the trades that we're giving you, we're actually not even focusing on like fleecing people or getting value wins. We never actually give people trades with that assumption. We're making fair trades that will end up being value wins in the long term, which is why we're giving you guys, I think, are going to go up in value. So just try to say, hey, like, just make a fair trade. Can we just make a fair trade? Usually you can convince league mates to make fair trades. This helps you. It also helps me. He said, I tried Burrow, but he won't budge.
Value equivalent. You can try Caleb Williams down there. You can
Yeah,
try
you can even go you could go to Dart even.
Dart if you want to. Yeah.
Might be hard to get right now, but you could try
Yeah.
it. Yeah, again, Dart, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, maybe. Those type of guys.
Bosef.
Yeah, Bo Nix is a good one, actually. I can't deny Bo's been productive. It's weird. I don't like Bo, but
It's
Bo's
the second
productive.
straight year that he's been productive, and you know how he's doing it.
Well, this year he's throwing. I mean, recently he's been
essentially,
throwing touchdowns.
Well,
recently.
he's been doing it almost the exact same way that he did last year. His
Rushing
rushing yards are raising his floor.
Yeah, that's very
Which
true.
is, again, I'm not going to act like I'm surprised, because we saw this on film at Oregon and everyone was like, he doesn't have rushing upside. We're like, what?
Yeah.
It's good enough that it's raising his floor. So
Yeah.
he's probably going to finish right around QB7 again this year.
Does that make sense? Do you have any question here, Adam? I think this is the third Adam we've done a team preview for tonight. It's a popular name, right? Yeah, I know. It is a common name, but Dude, what's up? What's up with your bladder?
Oh, it's
Interesting. All right, Adam, we appreciate you, man. Third Adam. And if you have any other questions, drop in the comments. We can definitely answer any while we're live. But if you have follow-ups with your trades and stuff like that, let us know. Storjoy's in here last. He's going to be one of the last ones for tonight. We're going to go down to our friend Davin Dixon.
Boiled lollies to chocolates.
Boiled lollies to chocolates.
Wow.
Boiled lollies, yeah. All right. Hey, guys, what's up? Good to see you, man. I know you're here in the comments.
Yo.
But down to Darnold, you said from JJ. Yes, that's exactly right. Thanks, Adam.
Sorry,
you.
pivot from McCarthy.
It could be even about pivot.
It's probably a pivot from McCarthy.
If you can get something on top, though, do it.
All right, that'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But you've got the right idea for sure. We appreciate you, man. All right, got some noisy neighbors chasing. Oh, you got noisy neighbors. That's the team name. Chasing Henderson, offering Walker and second and third pick swaps. No. LaMarvels has some interest in getting his first back. Do it take a swing away for next year? Let's take a look at your team here.
If he wants his first back now, he's going to want it a lot more in the offseason.
Got him a second here. 100%. 100%. Yeah, boiled lollies and chocolates. Let's do this. You got your second in our rankings here. You're 4 and 5. Your points for are fourth. Your points against are first. So that's why you're 4 and 5. Overall, though, you're 4 and 5. You're last spot in the playoffs right now. Let's grade this out. Superflex 12 team start 10 PPR league. You got Prescott, Mahomes, Daniel Jones is really solid.
Solid. That's an 8 at this
8,
point.
I think. Yeah. Hampton, Henderson, Javonte, Chase Brown is a 7, I think. 6 or 7. Oh, I said it, didn't I? Don't laugh.
We'll
Scott.
go 7, and then we'll go Ibuka, Marv, QJ, Debo will be a 6 with Burden as
There
well.
we go. We'll split it, and Laporta
And
Loveland will give
Laporta
a 7.
Loveland is that's an 8.
Okay, yeah, 8.
That's pretty
If
good.
anything, it's higher. Nice, well-rounded team. Contend, reload. Definitely, I think we're contending this year. Especially if Marv can keep Brissett as his quarterback. That makes such a difference for your team, I think.
Yeah, just gotta move some players around. So
Bye, Chris.
I really do think that we probably.
Nice username. yeah, I said it. I know, Frickers. I'm sorry.
So we got to move one of our QBs on this team. I mean, it makes sense to move Jones, probably.
Yeah.
Jones or Dak, probably Jones. We'll go other position for Jones. We'll just get a cheap QB3 like Stafford or even cheaper than that to make up for moving off of Jones. What are we doing at tight end? What's our focus here?
Contending. What? What are you asking? What's our focus?
Our focus is to maximize the production upside of running back and wide receiver because we've got a lot of questions there. Hampton injured. Henderson, what? Ibuka, Marv, fine. QJ, Debo, Chase Brown,
Did you already give him the Henderson deal?
No.
I've said this a million times.
I move Henderson for.
You don't have to move him if you think I'm wrong about this, but I'm just saying my strategy right now, if I have Henderson on the contending team, is to pivot off of him because you can still get Josh Jacobs for him.
I would pivot off. Would you pivot off of Hampton as well? He's 4 and 5. I don't think he can afford to wait until.
Yeah, I'm fine pivoting off Hampton. Hampton's dynasty value.
I would pivot off of both. And then we are going to take QJ and Debo and probably Chase Brown as well. And we're going to move off of every single one of those guys. You have the value to compete on this team. You're 4 and 5. You just have a lot of assets that you need to move around for guys that we trust more rest of season.
Henry's on a 4 and 5 team. Man. James Cook is on a 4 and 5 team. Oh, we can down tier from Hampton to Cook plus. Boom. That's the one. Just get James Cook. I like this. He's on a 4 and 5 team. That guy's surely not contending at this point.
So Jamison Cook and Josh Jacobs are going to be...
Jacobs is on a 6 and 3 team. I don't think.
Okay, so Kyron.
Well, Kyron I don't see at the bottom here either. I think he's probably not contending. Kyron is on a 5 and 4 team. That one's going to be tough. That's a contending team. He's not trading him. He might because Kyron's is running back 3.
It's Kyron. I feel like no one in Dynasty likes Kyron.
We could try it.
So
we could try it.
Another thing, again, I'm running out of room for moves here, but again, pick one of Laporta or Loveland. Who are we moving for another position?
If I have to pick one, what I'm doing.
Go look at a rebuild team and go find a really good contending piece.
For Laporta range?
No, because there's going to be a rebuilder that wants Loveland.
Oh, okay. Really good contending piece. Wait for it. Henry Olave.
Olave.
There you go. Yeah, and a 12-team start.
The best thing about Loveland is he never really lost that much value, even though he wasn't producing, because most people knew that it was going to take a minute.
It still is going to take a minute, by the way. I don't think he's going to produce that much in the next
I don't think it is
weeks.
either. Olave and
they're not playing the Bengals.
Olave and Pittman will be your 2 wide receiver targets here. So James Cook, Kyron, Olave, Michael Pittman. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of value ranges.
Yeah.
He has 2 firsts in 2026, 2 firsts in 2027. What is the lot team?
Okay, the lot is hold on. That's the 101.
Do not trade the la.
Hold. Or. I sound like a seal. Or if everybody knows, like we know, that it's the 101 and you can get 101 level players for it, you sell it for a 101 level player.
But I would probably plan on just moving your first.
You could do that as well. Really, but I'm saying if you can trade the 101 and you can get... Pause for effect.
Zimon!
Yeah. Even if you can get Genty, I would do that. You're trading Love for Genty. I think that's a lateral move. And Genty's on a rebuild team. Maybe that guy will do a reroll there. But Bijan, I would obviously do. Jahmyr Gibbs, any of those guys in the second round that will win you a league having him in your flex spot or bumping guys down in your flex spot. But again, you can't sell the 101 for third, fourth round startup prices. Like, that's not going to work. So you only sell it if you get that crazy value that you need. So. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I haven't seen you in the chat. I hope you're still watching. Victor says, I'm very pissed that the person in last has CMC Saquon but doesn't want to trade even though the rest of their team is awful. Welcome to Dynasty Fantasy Football.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time. It's the Gallows meme. First time.
Focus on raising your production floor at running back and wide receiver when you're trading. Your floor is incredibly low with a lot of the current players that you own. The value is not bad. Clearly, you've seen all the grades that we give in your roster and all the players that you have at every single position. The value is totally fine. We've got to raise your floor.
Yeah. This is a game clear of last at the moment. Yeah, but again, if you can get, it just depends on the value you can get. Shop it and see. Rerolling Genty has to be pure pain, which honestly is not even a reroll. You're just convincing him it's a reroll because Genty's still great. But it's just getting the production now. And then you get Love and you get that production off your team.
Genty has been low-key phenomenal. Like he's been great given the situation and how bad it's been.
Making a connection. Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, he's fine. That offense has sucked.
Oh yeah, it's been terrible.
Like I wonder if Pete Carroll's washed.
Genty looks so good.
Genty looks great. I wonder if Pete Carroll's washed though. Geno looks significantly worse this year.
Most coaches, once they get to that time in their career, just probably.
You mean when they're like
up.
85?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they're. It's not like it smears their coaching legacy or anything. It's just like, you've spent your time.
What do you think of the word schmear?
I got to move on. What
do you think of the word schmear? Like just general thoughts.
It sounds like smear.
It does, but it's not. It's like schmear for people who can't say smear.
Okay.
You know what schmear is though, right? It's the stuff you put on the bagels. What did you think that was called smear?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Schmear.
What goes on bagels?
Schmear goes on bagels.
Okay, but what is that?
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, it's SCHMEAR. So schmear is like cream cheese. So you didn't even know that word. Okay. Just making sure. Anyways.
All right, Davin. Appreciate you, man. Let us know if you have any questions or follow-ups on this.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Yeah, I did see. Do you have any questions, Gavin? Do you have any questions? Or let us know if you're all good in the comments. But either way. Can we do ward reviews instead of team reviews? We could do both.
All right. TTP says Cabrones 27 first seems early for Brees. 27 early first for Brees Hall. Fair deal. That 27 pick is far out enough that you could probably, like, even if you wanted to move Brees in the offseason after he signs, you can probably get a little bit more, like maybe even a first and a second. So I'm fine with that. Shane Lee is going to be up next. Shane Lee 412's team. This is a 2 QB 10 team, start 10. It says, hi guys, this team is primed for a championship with a contending move for running back. Most teams are 5-4, 4-5. Currently have outgoing offer of Tet for CMC plus Olave. Awesome. We just looked at that trade, I think, earlier, and we're totally good with you making that move.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can pull that off. That will literally like triple your production on a weekly basis in your starting lineup. So definitely cool with making that move.
Yeah, I think he submitted that trade offer. That was the one we already reviewed.
Generally, we don't like down tiers in 10 teams, but that's
a great one.
Massive production.
Again, you can win your league that way. Like, so yeah.
10 team super flex. This is Caleb Williams and Baker Mayfield and Justin Fields. That's a 7 and a 10 team. We have Quinshawn Brees, Benson Marks at running back, which is probably a 5. We have Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Tet McMillan, Garrett Wilson, JMO, Addison, DJ Moore, Shakir Godwin. That's real nice. It's like a solid 9. And then Tucker Kraft and Laporta is another 9. So we're going to go wide receiver factory here. Definitely that's your strength value-wise. You're flexing all wide receivers. Got a ton of value there. Just lost Tucker Kraft. No sweat. You have Laporta. At this point, oh, man. I guess Tucker Kraft can chill on your IR, or you can move him for a running back upgrade.
Yeah.
And that's probably what I would be looking to do. So with these moves, let's do a Judkins pivot, and let's do a Brees up tier. I know you just got, or no, that was something else. Never mind. So again, Brees, totally fine asset as a contender. It's more like so. I think it's probably worth up tiering from him as a contender. Other position for Tucker Kraft, because again, like, yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, you're technically selling low, but as a contender, you're just not getting anything out of him this season. So you may as well try to get upgrades at other positions that are going to help you there. JMO and Addison are 2 other guys that I'm looking at here where I'm like, okay.
I mean, they're not touching your lineup. For the most part.
They're not really touching your lineup.
And if they are, they're not high enough. They're not high enough upside anyway. So.
Yep. So I'll add that in the comments as well. Consider packaging Addison and JMO for significant up tier at wide receiver. But let's focus mainly on running backs here, because I do think that's kind of your bigger weakness. Wide receiver, for the most part, is taken care of. Your biggest problem at wide receiver is, who do I trade to get some upgrades here? I mean, DJ Moore and Khalil Shakir. Get DJ Moore and Khalil Shakir off your roster and go get difference makers at running back.
Yeah.
Feel free to include them in packages for running back upgrades. Just trying to get rid of guys that are never going to see your starting lineup.
Yeah, they're not.
But yeah, Judkins, we've talked about Bucky being a really nice pivot target for Judkins as a contender. Just think the rest of the season outlook for Bucky in a way better situation. It's just going to be better than Judkins, and that's going to raise your floor quite a bit. Brees Hall, I would love to up tier to Achane. Yeah. Really, Achane's floor is so high because of his receiving usage. If you want a cheaper target with some of these moves that we have you making, Devontae Williams is another one of those guys. If you would like to up tier from JMO and Addison and get like a difference maker that you can flex every single week, you're probably looking at like a again, if you want to make a big move for a wide receiver, again, you don't have to do it, but Nico is pretty reasonably priced right now.
Mm-hmm.
As a contender, that's a nice high upside flex option. You're 5 and 4. Yeah. You have plenty of value to up tier here. Feel free to move your 26 first as well.
I don't think I've seen you in the comments yet, but if you're here, do you have any questions while we're doing this? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. If not, you can always ask us afterwards, of course. But
yep. All right, man. Just maximize that flex spot upside and raise the floor and upside of your running back room. The value there is fine. Again, we're just going in full contending mode here because you definitely have the ability to do that.
Yep. All right, again, if you have any questions, Shane, if you're here, please ask. If not, always feel free to follow up with us. We're happy to help you follow through with this blueprint, but we appreciate you, man. Just a PSA. Warrior King got your 6. We got your guys' blueprints. We're going to do yours Thursday, by the way. Thursday is going to be our next stream. Sturjoy is our last one for the night. If you guys are welcome to submit live blueprints tonight on the stream, and you'll be first up on Thursday's stream. But just wanted to put that out as a PSA. We'll be done after Sturjoy's tonight. So BK's here. I know BK's here. So BK, what is up, my friend? How do I contend with the top team? Okay, we're not gonna get in an arms race. Wait, you are the top team. Trying to up tier to Bijan, but the price is high. Can't acquire any top price season guys like CMC, JT, Jacobs, Javonte, Gibbs, Achane, Cook. I've tried for all of them. Bucky's an interesting option. Yeah, Bucky's you have to get Bucky on this team. You have to. He wants Judkins plus. They're in the same tier in Dynasty. I think you should be able to pivot. Could also go from Kyron or just hold. No, I would do both of those. Just looking at this team, but it's a 12-team start 8 PPR. It's a super flex league. You've got an 8 there at quarterback, very solid. You've got a 6 or 5 at running back, whatever Nate says. You've got a 10 at wide receiver, and you've got
give him a 6 at running back.
6 at running back, and then Fergie and Loveland is an 8. And so you've got a high and well-rounded team, well-rounded contender load. Okay. So he mentioned Bucky and Kyron, and I think both of those are great options for this team. I mean, you're talking. Here's the thing. It's a start.
Wide receiver factory potentially. All the value there. The 10 grade.
Sure, it was an 8-6-10-8 team, but yeah, we can. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just, yeah, he's good at every position. But
yeah,
sure, I don't care. He mentioned Bucky and Kyron. I think those are both good options. The problem is like Quinshawn to Bucky, you shouldn't pay that much on top. So I'd explore it, but I'm not overpaying for Bucky there. You can win with Barkley and Judkins as your running backs in this league, with Dowdle and Warren as your backups, because it is a start 8, and your wide receivers here are elite. But realistically, what I'd love to do, he says he can't get CMC, JT, Jacobs, Javonte, Gibbs, James Cook, Bucky. So Bucky would be the only guy, and he's not that much of an upgrade, is the thing.
Well, I mean, he's a pivot from Judkins.
Yeah, but he's saying he wants Judkins plus. So it just
depends
depends on
plus what?
It just depends on the
Judkins
plus.
plus Manungai?
Yeah, it just depends on the plus.
Yeah, it depends on the plus.
So.
We'll give that as a recommendation for you as a move, but I'll just add in the comments. Don't give anything more than a cheap depth option on top of Judkins for Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
Tet's just sitting on his bench.
I know. So like you could. He says though, I'm assuming he's tried to trade Tet for like a top running back. He's literally, I think he's just saying he straight up cannot do it. So
And then should we up tier from home?
I mean, yes, you would want to. Yeah, because you just got to raise your upside a wide receiver.
Let's take Rome and one of your tight ends and let's up tier.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's probably the move.
I would go for JSN or but you really only have one flex spot here, so like I mean my top focus here is getting improvements at running back. I would be.
Oh gosh.
Is Javonte up for grabs?
No. Open that team, the second team, Scott. That is a crazy productive team. But he's got neighbors, so he's kind of killing himself. But look at that.
Oh, nice.
And a start date, that's
he's
crazy.
got all those running backs. That is very good.
And Puka and JSN.
He doesn't even need a second QB.
The Bijan owner won't do
probably
Tet and Saquon. Yeah, that's
super flexing a skill position guy.
Yeah, it seems. Look, I mean, it's not gonna matter. You're 7-2 as well. This guy is running away with the points for in this league. That is crazy. Like you got to get in the playoffs, get the bye, get him in the championship, and then pray. That's literally what you do. But you're still giving yourself. It's any given week in the playoffs. So like, you just giving yourself that shot is all you can do. You can get to the championship and then hope he has a down week. That's what you have to do. Injuries could also derail his team by next week. So keep that in mind. But no, I don't. You can't get in an arms race, and you can't, overreact here. I mean,
yeah,
you got to control what you can control. When there's a super team, doesn't mean you don't compete. You compete. I wish this guy didn't have Bucky. You mentioned was a target. I don't mind it.
I mean, another option is you can try to, again, just any way to improve your starting lineup. I think up tiering from Jalen Hurts is something that you could look into.
Yeah, you could even try that. I mean, again, like it's just the production,
So,
guys. If you can't do it at running back, do it at every other position to give yourself the best possible chance. Do it at tight end, wide receiver, and quarterback. Just the most productive guys you possibly can. I love that you have Devontae Adams. You're starting him most weeks. I think it's going to be anybody's game. I think you're going to get in that championship game, and it's going to be, you're not cooked. Again, you're going to be on the opposite side of the bracket
7-2.
It comes down to 1 week. All it takes is 1 week for you, CeeDee Lamb to have 50 points in the championship, and you win. Rashee Rice to have 40 points in the championship, you win.
I can't tell you how many, like, objectively dominant dynasty teams that I've had where I've lost the championship because of
1 week.
The dumbest week in the playoffs.
My stack team's always losing the championship week. So you got to stay the course. I believe in you, BK. Don't freak about it. Seriously, you have to get the bye and meet him in the championship. Do that and get your team as high. Honestly,
Nick just beat Avery in the Flock League. Like,
yeah,
that shouldn't be allowed.
Thanks.
No, I'm just saying, like, as an example, again, any given week.
I take it too seriously. I take it too seriously because I care. My bad for caring. My bad, everybody. I won't care.
All right, Rams, appreciate you, man.
BK, you got any questions for us? Don't focus on control the controllables. Focus on you. Get your team in tip-top shape, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, maybe Kyler will be back, and McBride will tank. Yeah, that's exactly right. What if Puka gets hurt? What if Puka's out in the championship? Your team looks real good. Puka being out, CMC has one bad week, you win this league. You are way closer to that possibility than you think. Derrick Henry for Rico in a redraft. Ugh. Market is fair. I'm fine with it, to be honest with you. They're very close for me. Same tier. And then Swifty, Ted McMillan. This is also a redraft for Devontae Adams. Take Adams here, probably. Yeah, 10 teams already. I'll take Adams. All right, BK, we love you, buddy. You got this, man. Believe in yourself. Topher, Pickle Rick team. Need a running back. Having some trouble getting someone to trade without having to give up my wide receivers. Pickle Rick, you are second here. Obviously, the Nakua Matata team looks like a super team here, but you're just a 12-team Superflex start 9 PPR non-tight end premium. And again, we've got you at 6-3, so firmly in the playoffs as of this moment. There are 2 8-1 teams in this league. Let's take a look at this team and let's grade it out. 12-team Superflex. Caleb and Kyler, 5.
Yeah, it's a 5 now. Kyler's been
sucks.
benched.
Kyron's a 3. Lamb, Madunze, Tat, Marv, Ladd to 9.
Yeah.
Bowers 10. Wide receiver factory, contend, reload here. Very, very straightforward one. Clearly a wide receiver factory.
And can we even trade Kyler anymore?
No, I don't think you can,
I don't think you can.
I mean, who would trade for him? Nobody believes in him long term, and nobody believes in him this season. He is bleeding dynasty value, and for good reason. He sucks. This is why I was so out on Kyler, man. Because this is even worse than what I thought would happen.
I never thought in a million years he would get benched
with
that contract.
I know, but he was just playing that bad. So I also did not think he would get benched, but I'm not surprised.
That's unbelievable. Well, we got to do something.
I don't know. Yeah, no, anyways. I think you have to give up your wide receivers here to some extent. It's a start 9 league. You can't start all these receivers. You can only start 4 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
you're finding Marv or Ted on your bench every week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you just move one of them. I'd move one of Ted or Roman, in my opinion.
For what, a QB? We got to get a QB too.
Well, we can get Stafford for that. Here, let me just poach.
We'll just get Stafford for cheap then.
Let me just poach some of the bottom teams. Topher, are you here, by the way? Where is Topher? Baker's on the bottom team in the league, but he's probably, I want to go cheaper than that. Just trying to look at like where Stafford's at. Daniel Jones is on an 8-1 team. Get freaking Aaron Rodgers.
So this is another team that's kind of going through a good situation at tight end, but kind of a tough one. He has Bowers and Loveland.
There's Topher. What's up, buddy?
And he has Bowers and Loveland.
Drop any questions you have.
We don't have any running back help beyond Kyron. So we need to do something at tight end to get extra help at running back. Which, by the way, we'll move Tat for a running back.
Running backs on non-contending teams here are, man, wow. Hear me out. Javante's a good one. What about JT, though? JT's on a 2-7 team here.
Yeah, JT will be a target for you.
JT's absolutely a target. This is not even debatable.
JT and Javante. Yeah,
Javante's a great one as well, so you've already got a good trade target there.
What are we doing at tight end?
Oh, boy.
His wide receivers
have to move him.
His wide receivers are so good, but his running backs aren't good enough.
You have to move Bowers on the team. He's a non-tight end premium as well.
You want to just do like a smaller down tier?
Yeah, just go to McBride.
Yeah.
Don't undersell, of course. He wants Tet or Marv. For whomst? JT? Bye.
Yep.
Later.
Yep.
You can have either of those guys. I don't care. Yep. I will take my Jonathan Taylor and league winning. Please. You'll win the league with JT. They don't value Loveland. That's fine. Don't trade Loveland. We're just going to down tier from Bowers to McBride.
Just a small one to get you a guy.
Just to get you a depth guy. Yep. Running back 3. Seriously, you can legitimately get. You can legitimately get for Javante.
I mean, Javante, you're starting over Tet, Marv, and probably Ladd most weeks. In your flex.
See, they want Tet or Marv for Javante Williams? That's got to be a joke, right? In a Dynasty League, it's got to be a joke.
Yeah. Then we'll just
say psych right now.
We'll take Chuba, Bashal, Tootin up here.
Where are the hidden cameras?
Yeah. Okay, comments here. Top focus, top priority is building up running back beyond Kyron Williams. Feel free to move one of your wide receivers. No need to break the bank.
He offered Marv straight up for Javonte. Tell him to Ligma.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. No need to break
Try JT, though.
No need to break the bank for a second top QB.
No. Go cheap. Darnold. Stafford. Jones, maybe. Jones isn't cheap anymore, unfortunately.
Just get someone cheap.
Yeah, Bo, drop your trade question. We can answer, man.
And then last but not least, if it wasn't clear, we've tried on probably 10,000 different occasions at this point. I know you understand.
Yeah, I totally understand.
But don't undersell Bowers.
Sell low on Bowers. It's not what we're telling you to do. Actually, one of the craziest things I think that's ever happened to me on this channel is the Bowers stuff.
It's just like the genuine.
I don't think people want
straight up just the biggest disconnect of all time. Like incapable of understanding.
I know.
I
wrote a whole video about it, and
I know
we've got the same response.
Yep.
Fine. If that's a piece of advice that people really can't nail down, then it's just not advice we should give. I mean, I've turned down so many terrible offers. That blows. Keep working them though. Your team is plenty good here. Yeah, BK, I would probably add Monangai on top of Judkins, get Bucky, I think. I like Monangai, but not that much. If he I mean, yeah, Bucky's gonna be better for you rest of the season. Yeah, fight the good fight, Topher here. I mean, I think you can get something done here with these. You got a sexy wide receiver. Again, I mean, the Javonte guy can Ligma, but I think you should get some pretty decent offers for running backs for those wide receivers.
All right, the next one, which is the next one.
All right, we appreciate you, Topher. Any other questions, drop them in the chat. Happy to answer them for you right now, but hopefully that makes sense. We've got everything written down on the blueprint for you, and you know the drill. We'll send you that blueprint tomorrow. The next one, Haley Steinfeld's favorite team. Nice, okay. Who's Haley Steinfeld?
Josh Allen's wife.
That's right, thank you, yeah.
She's also an actress.
Yeah. Is Josh Allen, like... What a guy, dude. He just seems like he's got it made. Like, he is like he's a cool guy. It seems like, I don't know, maybe I'm way off base, but he's just chill. You never hear anything about Josh Allen.
Zero drama with Josh Allen.
Like, he just seems so cool.
Ever. You probably hear the least out of Josh Allen of like any.
Thanks, Topher. Appreciate you, buddy.
Quarterback.
I know. He seems like he's got it going on. Thrawn, what's up, buddy? Haven't been able to be on much lately. Worse, I've had a bum year in fantasy. I'm there in my Dynasty leagues. My redraft teams are all good, but team's been injured most of the year. I'm tempted to give up this year hope for first overall in 26. Yeah, I mean, you know what to do, Thrawn. Reload if you need to. Of course, if you got injuries, it usually leads you into a reload, but appreciate you jumping on, man. All right, let's a 12 team start 10 on the fence if I should make any more moves to make a run here. We've got you at 5th. I see why you're Haley Steinfeld. That's great. Superflex 10 team PPR. Yep. Start 10. You do have Josh Allen on this team, of course, and
McCarthy. So
you have JJ McCarthy,
6.
so it's a 6. Quinn Sean, Trey Benson, Derrick Henry, Rico Dowdle. At a 5 or 6?
Probably a 4 at this point because Henry's lost so much value.
JSN Ladd, T. Higgins, Travis Hunter, DJ Moore. 7, and then Harold Finn and Hawkins. I'd probably give that a 6. Yeah, so should we make a run? What's the starting lineup look like right now, Nate?
11 and 7. Allen, Quinshon, Henry, JSN, Ladd, Higgins, Fannin, Hunter, DJ Moore, and JJ McCarthy. No first next year. I don't see why not. You've got a winning record right now. We can make a couple of moves here to get you an even better outlook. Dowdle, my bad. He's not flexing DJ Moore and Hunter. He's flexing freaking Rico Dowdle every single week.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go well-rounded CCO.
George J says, now that it's getting cold, I want to trade smoothies for hot chocolate, or am I selling low on smoothies?
Ooh.
I would sell smoothies for tea. I've been drinking tea.
Tea slaps.
Yeah.
What type of tea?
A couple different types.
Do you do steeped, loose leaf? Do you do types of black tea? Do you do
I've been drinking
herbal?
black tea in the mornings.
Okay,
At
nice.
night, I will drink the chamomile. It's the one that,
Just makes you feel so much better than coffee.
yeah, it doesn't hurt my stomach at all.
Yeah, it's the best. You
So
should,
I think
try.
pivot from smoothies to tea.
If you want to try black tea in the morning, you should try Earl Grey.
Yeah, I've not tried that. I have like Irish breakfast.
Earl Grey is like more on the bitter side, but it depends on what kind you get. Because there are
I'd have to try
some
that.
that have like, I get it's called Earl Grey Moonlight, and it has other things in it that are very, very good.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Best flavored Earl Grey I've ever had.
I'll have to try that. Is it at Kroger's?
No, you have to like order it from a
Oh boy.
thing. So
All right.
I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay. So yeah, we're making
Oh boy.
we can make moves here.
So
So
we'll
McCarthy's
pivot
out,
from
yeah,
McCarthy.
yeah,
Bye bye.
Bye bye, McCarthy. See you. Man, they
We're
literally
the biggest
fact,
McCarthy
This is
haters.
what you need to know about JJ McCarthy from a dynasty standpoint. The fact that they had a completely like
More than
couldn't
competent
walk.
QB.
Carson Wentz like didn't have a shoulder, and they were like looking at him, and they looked at JJ McCarthy, and they're like, okay, we're gonna keep him in. Like that should tell you all you need to know. Like they
They're terrified.
refused to play him.
Yeah.
The Vikings know they effed up.
Well, he doesn't look good. And I mean, as good as Darnold looks right now in Seattle, oh boy.
Yeah, they might have really screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah, big time.
So, anywho,
And also to think that Daniel Jones was also in that room at the same time.
they let both of them go. And kept
You know they offered him more money than the Colts did, and he went to the Colts because
that's actually crazy to think about.
they offered him.
So they actually wanted him to be the starter.
They wanted him to be the backup. They offered him.
They
better,
offered him more money
they
to be the
offered him
backup.
Better backup money, and he came to Indy because he knew
he could
had
beat
a
AR out.
legit shot at beating out AR.
Yeah. So, delusional Vikings fans still here, and he says not at all. No, wait, okay, what do you mean not at all? Like, don't tell me you're drinking the McCarthy Kool-Aid.
We've really come full circle with the McCarthy stuff.
Yeah. Oh no. Here's the thing. No, that argument was
It
never
was all
about his talent.
no. I know.
I was
I'm
always
just
that way with you,
dude. I'm not victory lapping.
No,
I
I
just
know.
said we're coming full circle with the whole.
But at the same
does
time,
JJ
we
McCarthy
didn't-
suck discussion?
No, it was never does he suck.
It was
it's just, should he be
draft
ranked in
capital.
the- yes.
It was draft capital.
Yeah, because
related.
I always agreed that he sucked. So I actually don't think we've gone that far away.
The funny thing, I remember exactly what it was. The discussion was, is he going to go top 5? And because every mock in their mom's mock had JJ McCarthy going top 5, and I was like, JJ McCarthy is not a top 5 talent. And I was like, I don't even think he's a first round talent. And I said he's not going to go top 16. He ended up going top
That's awesome.
11. I think he went 11th.
Delusional Vikings fan says, JJ's the guy just beat down the Lions in his 3rd game. No better asset in fantasy. That's awesome. I love that you live up to your name.
Yeah,
I will say
their
the
defense
Lions game was confusing, man. It was Flores.
Well,
and
Flores' defense looked
Aaron
better than it had all
Jones looked
season.
So good.
Yeah.
McCarthy looked serviceable in that game. I will give you that.
McCarthy
He can make the
McCarthy
plays.
can manage the game fine.
If the rest of the team plays really good, they can win games.
And clearly, I mean, if
He's not going to win you games.
if
by
today's
himself.
NFL is any indication, just based on who are some of the better starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now, he's got plenty of time to figure it out.
True.
Because Darnold and Jones and Baker are balling out.
Yeah. Okay, so McCarthy, we talked about him. So we're pivoting from McCarthy.
Yeah. I think you probably got to pivot from Hunter, and his value is good enough where, like, hey, a rebuild will probably go ahead and take him.
Yeah. Next one, are you here? I haven't seen you in the chat, by the way. Not seen you here, but would love to. JJ was protected. He was dealing. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say dealing. I would say more like he was there and throwing passes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I
Yeah.
just don't. He's not going to win you games. But I think they also play much better with the lead than they do playing from behind.
Yep. I would move Fannin for a running back if I were you. I would rather just fade tight ends and just go get a running back because that's really, we need some help there.
Yeah.
I'm also going to add in the comments, again, consider pivoting off of Quinshon for Bucky or James Cook. If you can't get either one of those guys, then don't trade them.
Okay, he's here. How active is this league? Next one. Because that's a lot of this, to be honest.
Hello, Harold Fannin.
Yeah, I think Fannin will fetch you a decent price right now.
Yeah, he's not far from Javante.
Oh, Sunraker's here. What did we think of the Bowers game last week? Oh, you're so original. Very funny.
I'm going to give you Javante as a target.
I know you understood that take, but we've had to defend it all night.
Honestly, I would shop DJ more for a running back as well. If you can just get a productive running back that you can play in flex, I would move him. But yeah, Javante going to be a nice target there for you. That's pretty affordable. And then other guys, Devontae Adams, I think, is a very good target.
Did you give him a Judkins move?
Yes.
Yeah, he said I'd love to move Judkins. Yeah, and see, we've kind of given you that as well. Just I think we gave you a pivot, didn't we? Because we don't really have the depth up tier, so we're kind of there with you. Yeah. He said it's semi-active. I've made most deals this year, so I think you should be able to get.
Feel free to just pivot off of Hunter for Olave.
Yeah.
Long-term value upside obviously favors Travis Hunter. Not even a question. But again, you need the production now.
Yep.
Let's focus on raising the production floor of your running back room when you make trades.
The Bucky and Javante owners active. I could target them. Boom. I love both of those targets for you. Really do. Bucky and Javante, and then Derrick Henry or Rico Dowdle. Like that would be beautiful.
And then last bit of advice here. See how much it would cost to up tier from T. Higgins to Garrett Wilson. Not a official trade target or move or anything like that. It's just something that I want you to look into. See how much it would really cost you.
Do you have any questions for us, my man?
Haley Steinfeld's favorite team.
AKA the next one.
Yep.
Does that all make sense? Any other questions? Well, you'll have all the stuff we talked about on the blueprint for you that will get sent to you. But want to make sure we're on the same page here with this team. So, all right, Bo. Kyle Monangai for a second, a third. Ugh. And if that's like the 201, definitely do this. 202. But like with Monangai, I just feel like the upside is worth holding him through this couple week stretch. All right, next one. Appreciate you. Could do that. Wouldn't mind coming off the tee. Yeah, we're kind of the same place. So if you have any other follow-up questions, feel free to reach out to us. Nate, what do you think? I'm afraid that Monangai, I don't know. I just never know what to do in this situation. You're just gambling.
Monangai for a second.
This could end up looking great in a week, or it could end up looking terrible in 3 weeks.
If it's going to be an early second,
that's what I think. I think if it's the 201, 202, take it.
Yeah. The difference between someone like JCM and Monangai, in my opinion, is B-Rob was never a Swift. And as limited as Swift is long-term, like they're never going to invest in him long-term. But, I mean, he was just way too good.
He says mid to late. Yeah, I would just hold.
I would just hold. I think before that.
I think the mid to late second guys this year are weaker than they were last year, and so Monangai's a guy since he's already in a situation where he could potentially be the starting running back there. I think it's worth just holding him. That's what you want.
If it's a late second, yeah, that's different. So
Sturjoy, I know you're here, and he did say I feel like Bowers is an even better sell with Jacoby gone now. But again, I will reinforce: don't sell him just to sell him. He's not a general sell. He's a sell if you can get an elite wide receiver. Ron says, speaking of Bowers, before this week's game, I took your advice on Bowers, made a trade, although you may not like it. I traded Bowers, Jefferson for Gibbs and Dart. It's not bad, but I think you sold low on Bowers there, so I probably wouldn't have done that. But Dart's an early third, so you're not that far off. It could look good. Anthony says, if you sign up to the annual Mother Flocker, do you get a free blueprint? Yes, sir. As long as you have code domain on your account page on the site, you'll get that free blueprint. Can you negotiate the Pollard trade for me and Sturjoy here? Oh, there's nothing I'd rather do there, Clemmy. Nothing I'd rather do. Traded Krosky Merritt for 2 seconds. No, you won that, kid. What's the Pollard trade here? Let's take a look at Sturjoy's team. I feel like I may have overcommitted to win this year after having lost 3 straight. Struggling to fill that last flex spot. Wondering what I should do. BK in the chat wants Pollard. He just doesn't know it yet. Okay. Why? Jeez. Why does BK want Pollard? BK is...
How are you 3-6 with Bijan, JT, and James Cook and Javonte?
He's 6-3.
I was... whoa.
No, you're in good shape here, man. You're not. Now,
okay, yeah,
hold on. Open BK's team.
Wow, that was about to rock my world, man.
Open BK's team. You're 3-6. Okay, I see why you want to contend. Oh, because your running back's below.
Your QB's below too. You can't contend BK.
I can't tell you. I cannot do the Pollard trade for you guys. I'm sorry. I can't give BK bad advice. He should not buy Pollard from you. I'm sorry. You both mean a lot to me. I can't do that to one of you. You both are high-ranking customers for us, so we have to give you both good advice. Trade Tony Pollard to one of the other casuals. Is this a domain league? If it's a domain league,
there's no casuals.
There aren't casuals in this league. All right. Allen and Dak. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 7, 8, or 7, 7.
I'll
8.
go give it an 8.
Bijan, JT, James. I'm gonna give it a 10. Amon-Ra, Waddle, Myers is rougher. That's like a 4, and then Kittle is like a 6 still, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You should not be trading for Pollard.
Running back heavy, contend, reload.
Yeah, I love this running back room, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, I would trade Pollard, but I wouldn't trade him to BK. I can't tell BK to trade for him because I'd be lying.
We'll go Tony Pollard plus what? Like Tony Pollard plus Rashad White up tier?
Yeah, if you can package those guys.
I would say Tony Pollard plus Rashad White and go get like Rico Dowdle.
I do think it will be. If this is a domain league, I think it will be tough.
Hey, if I were you, dude, as a contender, I would trade Rico Dowdle because I think someone in a domain league would trade away Rico Dowdle. But
he doesn't have Rico Dowdle.
I know. I'm telling him to get Rico Dowdle.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on though. He's not probably flexing Rico Dowdle there if he's not trading his other running backs. So I'd probably trade just
Jacoby Myers is in his flex right now.
No, I know, but I think you have to go get wide receiver instead of going and getting like another running back.
Would you rather flex running backs or wide receivers?
I would rather flex running backs, but he's already flexing running backs. He's already flexing Cook and Williams.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like instead use that value and go get a cheap wide receiver you can plug in that's better than Myers. Like who can you get for Rico? I mean, like let's just look. You know what I'm saying? Dowdle would still be on your bench is my point.
I know, but he wouldn't be if you had him because he's dropping 20 plus as a bell cow every week.
Yeah, but you're not sitting Cook or Williams. That's the thing.
There are 3 flex spots.
Oh,
James Cook, Javonte, and Jacoby. I'm tracking. I would rather that third flex be Rico Dowdle.
It's a 3 flex league. It's right.
Wide receiver in that value range.
Yeah, I agree.
I would still trade Jacoby though. I do agree.
I'm just gonna look. Woof.
You can try to move.
Sutton is on a bottom team here. Well, sorry. I've not sorted by record. Freck. Yeah, thought we had something.
Try to take Jacoby Myers and up tier.
Oh gosh, there's an 0-9 team that has there's an 0-9 team that has Flowers potentially. Flowers, Nico. There's an 0-9 team.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Bijan as a contender as a whole. JT as a contender as a whole. James Cook's a hold. Javonte's a hold. Allen's a hold for this team. Really. Dak is a hold. Amon-Ra's a hold. Waddle probably a hold. George Kittle's a hold.
Yep, Pittman from BK.
Yeah, the only way that I would consider down tiering from Waddle is if you can get that up tier from Myers and go down from like Waddle to Pittman. Then I would do that. That's probably the only down tier that I would be looking at on this team is just to kind of build up your depth a little bit at wide receiver. Because you're not really getting a production downgrade from Waddle to Pittman.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, kind of some lower level wide receiver targets that you can plug into your flex any given week. Beyond Pittman, who did you mention? You said Sutton earlier.
Yeah, but he's actually on it.
Okay, well, what about Adams?
I think Adams is on it.
Okay.
All the boys are on the good team. Adams is on an 8-1 team. And he's the wide receiver 2 for that team. Frick, somebody knows how to play. Somebody's good at Dynasty. Olave is a wide receiver 4 on a team that's 5-4.
Olave is a good target. Flowers is a good target.
Sutton could still be achievable. That team's kind of cheap.
I'll give you Sutton.
Again, Pity's on BK's team and BK's 3-6. You could do that. Josh Downs is not a bad trade target. I know I've said this a million times, but Josh Downs is legitimately scoring like 10 and 15 points a game at the moment. I'll die on this hill. I'll die. Yeah, I don't have much.
What was he injured for against the
to trade
Chargers
here.
again? Did he get concussed? He got concussed.
Yeah, he got
that
concussed.
week.
Yeah. He gave number 1 to Sauce.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Also, the other thing I want to tell you.
That's very kind of him.
They released the Big Ten championship game odds, and Ohio State's a 3.5-point favorite right now.
Cool.
Which, that's fine.
That's
Doubt us if you want. I'm betting IU.
well.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Cover.
We gotta get those tickets. My head count's 4.
Okay. I'll probably go for him. I think me and Savannah are both going.
Yeah. Ari's going, and then I was just including my dad and my brother.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, we need to do that tomorrow probably. So.
Yeah. They're going up every week.
I know. Yeah, I think you're fine. I think you've got plenty to work with here. You could always, you know what's coming, Sir Joy. You could always down tier from Allen if you wanted to. That would solve your problems.
Feel free to explore down tiers from Allen to help build up wide receivers.
But I love your running back room, man. I would not trade your running back room for the world. You've got 4 top 10 guys rest of the season. Like that'll carry you here.
Don't move.
Derp says, "Can we have Sauce back?" No,
Don't move off your top 4 running backs.
he's ours. There will be a Sauce Gardner jersey on me as soon as they release it.
Yerp. I wonder what number Downsy is going to be. Wasn't he 11 in college? Oh, well, Pittman's 11, so.
I forget what he was in college. He was 11 in college, yeah.
Look at me and my freaking
Pity's he not gonna be on
photographic memory.
I bet he'll be. Oh, he might take 10. 80 Mitchell had 10 and he's gone, so he might take 80. Don't be surprised. Up tiered to him for Herbert, my 26 first. Don't know if that was the right move to be. I actually think that was a fine move, but at the same time, I don't think it maybe was the right move because you could have used the first to get a wide receiver. Try down tiering again. It's just worth shopping him. I don't know if you'll actually get anything worth it. So
yeah.
What questions do you have on this one, Stir Joy? I like this team, man. I like this team. Sorry, Derp, I know. But we like Sauce. We want Sauce. Downs is number 2 now. I probably should have guessed that. Cool. He just went up 1. That's good to know. Thanks, Anna. I like Downs too. On his Instagram. Nice. I'm glad you would know. You talked to him today. So, Anna's friends with Josh Downs. Evidently.
Apparently they're besties. Like
apparently they talk all the time. I don't.
Cool.
Awesome.
Just whatever.
Don't introduce us or anything.
I love how Sauce is literally going from like being a New York Jet to heading straight on a plane to
Indianapolis.
No, to Germany.
Yeah, but I think they leave tomorrow.
No, they won't leave now.
But
it's just funny. It's
that
like
is funny, and he's already played in London.
His first game is an international trip. You know how sick it would have been if like we had a home game this weekend and they announced the defense?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
No comments. Just like to add my dislike for Tony Pollard. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we also dislike Tony Pollard, but we love you, Sturjoy. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Sturjoy was our last one for tonight. We've got a couple that came in just now. Veach, I saw yours came in. Green Giant. We are live again on Thursday. Actually, we're gonna start with you guys on Thursday. But you guys will be up first on Thursday. If you need us, just feel free to send me a message if you need us to do it at another time. If you want us to hold it till next Monday, or if you want us to hold it to the end of the stream or anything like that, just please let me know. But we are going to do another stream here in about 48 hours, and you're going to start with that stream. We have 2 trade questions I want to go ahead and answer here real quick while we're live. Devon Achane for Kyron and QJ. I would hold Achane here. I would hold Achane, and I probably wouldn't move off of Achane in a 10-team start 10. I would probably hold him altogether. Start 9 redraft here. Verbal agreement on this deal. Is this good for my team? Bucky, Travion, Ladd for Puka. I'm fine with this. Yeah, this is Nathan paid less than this, so I don't know why Sky is out, but that's bold of her. All right.
Yeah, I'm good with that move.
I marked that one. Yeah, I marked it as fair. So
that is by far the worst trade I've ever seen.
All right, Veach is good. All right, y'all. You're the best. Seriously, best audience. Shout out to us because we're Colts fans. We actually had a good day. But you guys are all awesome. Thanks for joining in. The winner of the And he says, as long as I can watch the VOD, I can watch whenever. Yep, and you'll always be able to follow up with us in our messages if you have questions, but you'll be able to watch it whenever. Winner of our blueprint giveaway is William Long 5555. Congratulations, William Long. Send me a message on Discord and I can get you taken care of for that. You guys are amazing and we love you all. We'll see you here on Thursday. Go check out the rookie rankings video if you haven't today to get yourself familiarized with this 2026 class. But we love you. Peace out. We'll see you here on Thursday.